The following is a live sports event on the Abernathy Sports Network. Thank you for tuning in to today's game, and a special thanks to our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. The Abernathy Independent School District, First State Bank, Clark Riley Insurance, Abernathy's First Baptist Church, Abel Funeral Home and Flower Shop, JC Refrigeration, Cooling and Heating, Has Beans Coffee, Hill Veterinary Services, Ty Horsford, Realtor, St. Clair and Massey Orthodontics, South Plains Auto Ranch, The Little Slice of Heaven Cafe, Nana's Donuts, and Nutrien Ag Solutions. To show your support of the Antelopes and Lady Lopes and become a sponsor on our broadcasts, contact us today at 806-773-4658. Thanks again for watching, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast of this live sports event featuring the Abernathy Antelopes. Good evening, Abernathy, Texas, and good evening, fans of the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes. It doesn't quite seem real yet, but good evening from Texas Tech's Jones AT&T Stadium tonight in Lubbock, Texas. It's the site of the Class 3A Division II Region 1 Final, as it's your Abernathy Antelopes set to take on the Roosevelt Eagles. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. Voice of the Antelopes, Ty Horsford, with you high atop Jones AT&T Stadium and the newly named Cody Campbell Field here in Lubbock, Texas, as quite the site for this Class 3A regional final showdown between the Antelopes and the Eagles. Joined tonight by Ty Horsford. And Tate, it doesn't get much better than this. A cool opportunity for these kids to play on the big stage under the bright lights of Jones Stadium here in Lubbock, Texas, and a trip to the state semifinals are on the line.
Yeah, you said it, Ty. It don't get much better than this. Sitting up top on the west side of the stadium, looking across at the Marshall Sharp Freeway and University. There's cars and cars and cars trying to get in here this evening. And man, you're right. And shout out to our buddies Brian Jensen and John Harris. We're
the
up
bad
here,
boys of radio.
We're up here keeping your seats warm for you guys. So man, it's got the makings of a classic tonight. Man, I can't wait.
The Abernathy Antelopes come in at number 9 in the state, according to Dave Campbell's. They are 12-1 on the season. Take Roosevelt, number 6 in the state, according to Dave Campbell's. They are 13-0. That one blemish on the record of the Abernathy Antelopes to this very team that we're hooking up with tonight, the Roosevelt Eagles. And I don't know if you're going to be able to top that classic of a game that we had back in ACUF. Earlier in the season, a few weeks ago, a 58-56 win for the Roosevelt Eagles. They trailed by 18 points, Tate. Going into the fourth quarter of that ball game, they rallied at home to beat you late, to stay unbeaten. And so not only are the Abernathy Antelopes trying to punch their ticket to the state semifinals tonight, they're trying to avenge their one loss of the season.
Yeah, the whole community of Abernathy, they've been talking about the revenge tour, and then getting after it this playoff season, and they have. And man, if there's any revenge that needs to be had, it needs to happen tonight. Like you said, Roosevelt got the better of them way back in October out in ACUF, and you get to this point of the playoffs, and you expect to play teams that you're not too familiar with, and that's just not the case tonight. There's no secrets about what either of these teams is going to try to do. It's just who can stop who, man, because get ready for some fireworks, because we got two high-powered offenses, and, man, they're going to go toe-to-toe tonight.
The winner of tonight's ball game, as we said, advances to the Class 3A state semifinals, where they'll meet the winner of Gunter and Holiday tonight, Tate. They're playing at the same time as your game tonight. So we could have a score on that one before we go off the air tonight. But that will be for a spot in the state championship game at Jerry's World in Arlington, Texas. So you think the scene is big here at Jones AT&T Stadium tonight. You're just 2 wins away from playing on one of the biggest stages in all of the nation. Last week, the Abernathy Antelopes were victorious as they knocked off the giant in the Texas Panhandle. That's the Canadian Wildcats, Tate, in kind of an odd game. But they managed to use some big plays on special teams and some key stops on defense. The Antelopes get a 37-26 win last week up at Dick Bivens Stadium in Amarillo against the Canadian Wildcats. On the other side, Roosevelt, really they've been untested through their entire playoff journey. The latest victim, a 50-14 win over Brady last week, Tate. And when you look at these two teams' playoff road, and this is not a knock on anyone, but there's no question the less difficult path to the regional final was for the Roosevelt Eagles. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, and you talk about, Roosevelt hadn't had much trouble in the playoffs, but if you look at the season as a whole, I mean, going back to end of August, 1st of September, we went on the air in Roosevelt that night and talked about how dominant Roosevelt had been, up until Friday night when they met the Antelopes. And since then, man, outside of a matchup with Antelope where I think Roosevelt came out on top of that one 34-21, man, they just haven't been tested. They haven't been in any close games. And the minute that Stanton knocked off Childress this year in the first round of the playoffs, man, that I don't think there was a person in the state that questioned whether Roosevelt would be here tonight. And
I think you're exactly right. The Eagles, you said they've been dominant, outscoring their opponents, Tate, on average 51-11, as that plays into exactly what you're saying right there. Other than that previous game with the Antelopes and that 34-21 win on the road in Idalou, really the only two games the Eagles have been tested. And Tate, on top of that, in the playoffs, and just mind you, in 3 playoff games, Roosevelt has scored 168 points. They've outscored their opponents 168-33. That included 72 that they hung on the Alpine Bucks, but just jaw-dropping numbers for this Roosevelt offense. And Tate, you said it a moment ago, there's absolutely zero secret on what the Roosevelt Eagles want to come in and do tonight. They will line up, they're going to run the football, and they're going to see if you can stop them. That's the name of the game for the Roosevelt Eagles.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And, in the dynamic of football today, I mean, even down to class, 2A, 3A, you see teams, throw the ball around the yard and spread you out, and you get to a team like Roosevelt that runs that triple option. It makes it so hard to prepare for something like that in practice. I mean, you just can't do it. And you're not used to seeing it. You can watch film every single day, but at the end of the day, they're going to have to come out here and I'm going to go ahead and say I don't know if they can stop it, but they've got to figure out a way to slow it down today to have a chance to win this game.
In their last meeting, Tate, with the Antelopes, and they didn't have to, the Roosevelt Eagles threw one pass the entire game. And, Tate, I was looking at it. The Eagles have thrown 16 passes all season long. Every other snap has been a run, a rushing play called from scrimmage. And that one pass they threw in that game against Abernathy, Tate, was on a 2-point conversion that the Antelopes intercepted and took it back the distance for 2 points in that ball game. And that's another thing to keep an eye on that can play a factor in ball games like this. Roosevelt will not kick an extra point. The Eagles will go for 2 every time they score. And so that kind of leaves a decision, Tate, for Coach Wiley. Do you try and keep up with that, or do you play your game, do you kick extra points and bet on your defense getting a stop ever so often on those 2-point conversions?
Yeah, I mean, in a situation like that, you definitely don't chase points, early in the game. You worry about that at the end if it comes to that. But, Roosevelt's just straight up playing the analytics game. I mean, in their mind, they're gonna get it more than they don't. And, you get one and you miss one, you're at 14. I mean, so they prove that more times than not they have plenty of 2-point plays to convert. And Man, it's just tough because nobody's really figured out a way to stop it. And man, the defense tonight for Abernathy. I know we talk about these high-powered offenses, and that's going to be a huge storyline. But we said it before the Canadian game last week, and it ended up being the Abernathy special teams. But it's going to be that side of the ball who can come up with more stops, and I think that's what's going to decide this game.
Roosevelt rushed for 534 yards as a team in the first meeting between these two teams. Abernathy was able to get 500 yards of offense on their own in the shootout. But you've got to figure, Tate, like you said, the Antelopes are going to have to slow that down to an extent. And I think what Roosevelt does so well, from the point that the quarterback, Alex Trevino, takes the snap, they disguise what they're going to do in the backfield so well. And you never know, does Trevino have it? Is he going to keep it? Or are you going to give it to a guy like Nate Ginsler or J.J. Diaz? And they disguise that so well at the point of attack to the Eagles.
Yeah, you said it perfect. And, it's something special that Roosevelt has because every one of those guys that you just mentioned is capable of being the guy, on any given night. And when you can't key in on one guy, man, it just makes it tough on the defense. And we've been saying it all year long, but, man, Abernathy has just got to maintain their gaps and then follow the keys, and that's really the only way. And you got to tackle. You got to tackle on the open field because we go back to that Abernathy-Roosevelt game in October, and Abernathy missed a lot of tackles. And we are here on, one of the biggest stages you can be on, and that just can't happen tonight.
Switching gears, Tate, and let's talk a little bit tonight about the Abernathy Antelopes. Abernathy's been pretty dominant for the majority of the season in their own right, outscoring their opponents on average 43 to 18 and 115 to 66 in the postseason, although I would still argue the Antelopes have played better teams in the postseason than that of the Roosevelt Eagles. And, Tate, it's really – and this is what gave Roosevelt a difficult time defensively in the first meeting between these two teams. The Antelopes have prided themselves on a very heralded passing attack this season, led by quarterback Jess Hull and a quartet of receivers, Tate, that get the job done. And really, at this level, that's just not something you see a whole lot of. So equally as it's going to be hard for the Antelopes to stop what Roosevelt does, it'll be hard for Roosevelt to stop what the Antelopes want to do as well.
Yeah, you said it, talking about 500 yards of total offense in the previous matchup between these two teams. And as much as we talk about Roosevelt's offense, that Roosevelt defense, they did not have an answer for Luke Houston that night. They didn't have an answer for Landry Miller that night. Man, we just had several guys just torch this defense. And I'm going to say keep an eye tonight on Jacob Sanchez because number 33 was not he was not in that game. And he could be a key tonight with the star running back in the lineup, and that's something that Roosevelt did not have to deal with back in district play.
Yeah, and Abernathy averaging 116 or so rushing yards per contest, Tate. As well as Abernathy throws the ball, one of my keys to the game tonight, you have Malachi Reyes back in the lineup for the Abernathy Antelopes. And Reyes – He is a guy that missed the entire district season, and if you can get him going tonight, if you can establish a run game to go along with that pass game and you're truly a dual-threat offense, that could spell trouble for the Eagles.
Yeah, absolutely. He was a key part to this Antelope run they had at the beginning of the season, and we sure noticed his absence. And, yeah, he could be he's a game changer from his spot in the backfield, and that's going to be key for, like you said, it's really key to establish some sort of run game for the Antelopes early on, and keep that Roosevelt defense guessing. But yeah, we'll see what happens anyway.
And Tate, you cannot talk about the Abernathy Antelope offense without talking about the signal caller, the quarterback, Jess Hull. As Hull does it through the air, he also does it with his legs, accounting for about 300 yards of offense, Tate, per contest. Hull is your leading passer, obviously, at about 240 per game. but he also rushes it at 60 per game. And I would argue the biggest play of the game in the win over Canadian last week, he broke free for an 85-yard touchdown run right before halftime that really put Canadian behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, and we could talk about Abernathy's offense all we want, but, yeah, Jess is the keys that makes the car go. And, his ability to throw the ball and run every time that kid gets the ball on the outside, man, good luck if you're the defense. He's proved time and time again that, man, any point of the game he can break one. And we talked about, Roosevelt's offense, being impossible to prepare for. Well, you can't really prepare for a Jess Hole either. And yeah, it's going to be a chess match tonight, man. And we're close to kicking it off, and I can't wait.
And there's not a better quartet of receivers, I would argue, in Class 3A, or maybe in any division, Tate, in the entire state of Texas than you have for Abernathy. And Anthony White, who was just recently rated a 4-star recruit, according to the Rivals Network, along with Luke Houston, who's arguably been one of the most important pieces to this puzzle for Abernathy. And then you throw in guys like Sean Rodriguez and Landry Miller, who can get the job done as well.
Yeah, we talked about the backfield of Roosevelt, and, how are you supposed to defend that with so many capable playmakers? Well, man, you just named off 4 or 5 for the Antelopes that, you can double cover on one side. And if you remember, Anthony White and Luke Houston just completely shredded this Roosevelt secondary back in district play. And can Roosevelt come up with a way to stop them? Or are we going to just have another shootout where whoever has the ball last is going to have the best chance to win the game?
I'll tell you what, Tate, let's take a timeout as I believe they're about to have the national anthem here from Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas, on the beautiful campus of Texas Tech University. So let's take a timeout, and we'll be back with the kickoff of the Class 3A Region 1 final, the Abernathy Antelopes and the Roosevelt Eagles. Regardless of the type of personal or business insurance needs that you have, your first call needs to be to Clark Riley Insurance in Abernathy. With over 30 years of experience, our friendly staff is ready to serve you. Stop by and see us on the West Service Road in Abernathy, or give us a call today at 806-298-2591. Whether it's home insurance, auto insurance, or anything in between, we've got you covered at Clark Riley Insurance in Abernathy. We want to wish the Lopes and Lady Lopes the best of luck this season. When it comes to banking, you want people that you can trust, and those people are at First State Bank. As a locally owned and operated bank, First State Bank has been serving individuals and businesses with all of their banking needs since 1909. We have 3 convenient locations to serve you, and we are proud supporters of the Abernathy Lady Lopes and Antelopes in all they do. If we can serve you in any way, come by and see us at 402 9th Street in Abernathy, or give us a call at 806-298-2556. At First State Bank, we are your full-service bank. If you're looking for a used car, there's no need to search far and wide. Just pay your friends at South Plains Auto Ranch a visit in Abernathy. South Plains Auto Ranch can find you the perfect vehicle to meet your needs, and with their buy here, pay here mentality, buying a car or truck has never been easier. Give us a shout today at 806-298-2200, or come see us on South Avenue D in Abernathy. South Plains Auto Ranch is backing the Lopes and Lady Lopes this season. At Abernathy's First Baptist Church, our heart is to love God, love people, and tell the world. Our pastor is Damon Pierce, and we meet for Sunday morning worship at 10:45, with Sunday school beginning at 9:30. We also offer a variety of kids and youth activities, as well as Wednesday night adult and youth Bible study at 6 p.m. We would love to welcome you and your family at Abernathy's First Baptist Church. Feel free to drop by our church office at 411 7th Street, or give us a call at 806-298-2587. We are proud to support our young people, and we are cheering the Lopes and Lady Lopes on this year. And here we are. Welcome back inside Jones AT&T Stadium on the campus of Texas Tech University, the Class 3A Division II Regional Final. The Abernathy Antelopes and the Roosevelt Eagles. Voice of the Antelopes, Ty Horsford alongside Tate Horsford tonight, set to bring you all the action. Tate, a bird's eye view tonight, and an absolutely gigantic crowd filing into Jones AT&T Stadium. They're still lined up on the freeway to our north, but we're about to kick this one off. Roosevelt won the opening toss tonight. They deferred. The Antelopes want the ball. They want to set the tone, Tate. The Antelopes in all maroon tonight will return right to left as you watch on our YouTube channel. All white uniforms for Roosevelt. They kick it off left to right. And we're about to kick off this regional final. It's underway. A trip to the state semis on the line, mishandled by Anthony White, Tate, and he is on the ground inside his own 5-yard line. And I think that's just some early game jitters and the big stadium lights here at Jones AT&T getting the best of you a little bit. Abernathy fortunate that they hold on to the football right there. That was almost disaster right out of the gates.
Yeah, everybody's a little juiced up, and I think Anthony had his eyes on the green grass in front of him and just mishandled that one. Really lucky to get back on it, but that's going to start the Lopes deep in their own territory. Ball's right at the Antelope 5-yard line is 1st and 10 for Abernathy.
95 yards of real estate, 3 receivers to the far side as Jess Hole is in the gun. He stands just about his own goal line. Tate Jess is going to take it around the right side, and J.J. Diaz, that Roosevelt defender, chases him down from behind after a minimal gain. He got about 3. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Antelopes.
Yeah, good pursuit there by Diaz and crew on that Roosevelt defensive line, keeping Jess from busting that thing out. 2nd and fairly long for the Lopes.
In the gun again, that's where Hole will spend most of his time. He's going to take the snap, drop back to throw. He does so over the middle, Tate. He had a receiver, but a defender on his back, and I think Abernathy wants a flag. The intended target right there is Luke Houston, but pretty tight coverage there by the Eagles, and it's going to be 3rd down.
Yeah, I think that was Jamal Riggins on coverage there, and a really good route by Luke, but just better coverage. Lopes up against the wall here early. 3rd and long.
7 from their own 7. In the gun is Jess Hole, 2 receivers to the near side as well as the far side. Abernathy spreads it out with the best of them. Just underway from Texas Tech tonight. In the shotgun is Hole. He takes the snap looking to throw. Now the pocket collapses on him, Tate, and he barely got out of the end zone as it collapses on him, and Jess Hole is sacked at his own goal line, and Abernathy going to be punting from the back of their own end zone.
Yeah, it looked like Jess wanted to tuck that ball and get upfield as he didn't see anything deep downfield and no way to get rid of that ball, and really lucky that wasn't a safety. Jess was held up there inside the 1, and, punting from the white in his own end zone.
As Jess does the punting duties, he gets it, he boots it away, and it's going to be a floater, Tate, that bounces at the 35-yard line, takes an Antelope bounce, and will roll out across the 40. But a very short field for the Roosevelt Eagle offense, Tate, as we get our first look at Alex Trevino and the Eagles. It'll be 1st down and 10, and they'll start in Abernathy territory. That was about as bad of a start offensively as the Antelopes could have had.
Yeah, that reminds me of about a week ago. Tough start against Canadian, but, you're right. With a little help from miscues from Abernathy, that if you're Roosevelt, you could not ask for a better start. 1st and 10 in Antelope territory, and we're going to get a chance to see this potent running attack right now, and let's see if the Lopes can figure out a way to slow it down.
2 receivers to the far side. Under center is Trevino. Trevino's going to take the snap, Tate, and he is going to hand it off to the left side. The Antelopes collapse. That's number 21 for Roosevelt, the ball carrier. That's Nate Ginsler. You're going to see a heavy dose of Ginsler tonight, and he gets about 4. It'll be 2nd down for the Eagles.
Yeah, and that's Roosevelt's offense to a T. Yeah, they'll just wear you down, and they got 3 or 4 guys that can just bust one at any time, and that's what the Antelopes will have to try to avoid.
From the 38-yard line of Abernathy, it'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Eagles. in under center. They bunch it up, one receiver to the near side. Tate, that is it. Handoff coming to the near side again. The Antelopes all over it as they gain tackle right in the middle, led by number 22 defensively for Abernathy. Tate, that is Sean Rodriguez making a play, as I believe it was Ginsler again, the ball carrier.
Yeah, it looked like Ginsler had a gap there to run through. Man, it was closed in a hurry. Great job there by the Abernathy defense on gang tackling. And here we go. Big third down, probably 4-down territory if you're the Eagles. But
third down and 5 coming up for Roosevelt, just outside the Antelope 35-yard line. Big play early in the ball game. Under center is Trevino. And, there is movement up front. And, Tate, I believe they did they blow it dead? It's hard to tell from up here if they blew it dead or not. I think they did from the near side. Let's see if somebody moved on that offensive front for Roosevelt. They did not. It is a defensive offside penalty against the Antelopes, and that's a Roosevelt first down. That bails out the Eagles on third down.
Yeah, and that's just something you can't have. Several Antelopes on that defensive front. Probably a hard count there, and I think 2 or 3 of them jumped, way before that snap. And, man, you can't shoot yourself in the foot if you're Abernathy tonight against this offense.
From the 31-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Tate, there are 0 receivers anywhere on the field. Handoff goes up the middle again, Ginsler, as he stumbles down to the 28. Short gain on the play before he's tripped up. And it will be 2nd down and 7. Give Ginsler 3 on the carry. And it'll be another 2nd down and medium distance here, if you will, for the Eagles. Tate. But that's an odd look. You look down there, and all 11 offensive players for the Eagles are almost between the hash marks. They are bunched up, and there is no one spread wide.
No, they don't disguise anything they do, and there's really not a reason to.
Under center, Trevino takes the snap. He pitches it around the corner. Take J.J. Diaz. He was the Antelope killer in the first time these two teams met, and he does it again down inside of the red zone. First down for the Eagles to the 15-yard line. A fake handoff up the middle, and Diaz goes around the edge.
Yeah, Diaz utilizes the speed there, and Anthony White runs him down to save 6 there for this Abernathy defense. But, man, we're early, but Roosevelt's having their way up front with the Lopes so far.
This Antelope defense, Tate, has been an opportunistic defense all season long. It seems like they kind of bend but don't break. Let's see if that's the case here. Again, Roosevelt bunches it up at the line of scrimmage. The handoff goes to Ginsler, and he just pushes forward, Tate. Nothing fancy about it. And it'll be another gain of about 3 on first down. And it'll be 2nd down and 7 coming up for Roosevelt.
Good push there by the defensive front for the Antelopes, and that's what's going to have to happen. These guys up front going to have to clog the lanes up a little bit to slow this rush attack down.
7:08 and counting left to play here in the opening quarter from Jones Stadium in Lubbock. Under center again is Alex Trevino. He takes the snap. He is going to keep it himself. Tate fakes the handoff. He stumbles down to the 5-yard line. He's going to move the chains again as he picked his way through traffic. Alex Trevino, we talk about Ginsler and Diaz. Sometimes he's just as dangerous.
Yeah, really good pursuit by the Abernathy front that time, but Diaz able to bounce off a couple guys and yards after contact, man. Roosevelt thrives on it, and they're proving it so far tonight.
First down and goal for the Eagles from the Antelope 4. Knocking on the door here midway through the opening period. Trevino is under center. As he is going to take the snap, flags fly, and Tate, it may be the first miscue of the night on Roosevelt. An offsides penalty against the Eagles. They're going to back them up 5.
Yeah, left tackle there, left a little bit early for a false start call. And, man, if you're the Abernathy defense, you'll take any negative play you can get. Here we go, another chance for Abernathy to step up and make a play.
It will be first down and goal from just inside the 10-yard line at the 9. Antelopes looking to somehow get a goal line stand here against this Roosevelt rushing attack. Under center is Trevino. Man in motion, pitch goes to J.J. Diaz. Tate follows the blocks, untouched into the end zone. It is an Eagle touchdown, and it's Roosevelt with 5:53 left in the first quarter. They strike first on a J.J. Diaz 9-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, I made that look pretty easy. This offense is just a machine running down the field, and man, you couldn't ask for a better start if you're an Eagle fan tonight with the 3 and out, and man, just march pretty methodically right down the field.
As you know, the Eagles going to line up and go for 2 here. It is what they do. These could be big tonight, so keep an eye on this. Is Trevino under center? He pitches to the left. Diaz is wrapped up, and he's dropped shy of the goal line. Ted, I believe it's Luke Houston. They got a hold of the ankles, and the 2-point conversion is no good. And that's a big stop for the Antelopes as it remains 6-0.
Yeah, a little option to your left there, and great job there by the Abernathy defense to force the pitch and make a tackle just short of the end zone. And you're right, those 2-point conversions could come up huge tonight. 6-0 Roosevelt, with Abernathy getting the ball with the chance to bring this thing a little closer.
We'll take a quick break and come back. You're listening to Antelope Football.
Abel Funeral Home and Flower Shop has been serving the Abernathy community since 1991. Todd and his team offers full-service funeral planning with love and compassion, while Carly and the crew at the Flower Shop can meet all of your needs, from flowers to gifts to registries. Abel Funeral Home and Flower Shop is locally owned and is a staple in the Abernathy community. Give us a call today to see how we can serve you. We are proud supporters of our Antelopes and Ladylopes, and we wish them the best of luck this season.
And welcome back here to Jones AT&T Stadium. Ty Horsford alongside Tate Horsford following the first touchdown of the night. The Eagles kicking it off left to right. Hopefully it goes a little bit better this time. It's an onside kick, or a little squib, not really an onside kick. Tate, from as high up here as we are, it kind of looked like an onside kick, but it was really just more of a pooch kick to about the 30-yard line. It'll be better starting field position for the Antelopes. First down and 10.
Yeah, you'll take that field position every day after that first drive started at your own 5-yard line. And man, with the way the previous game went and the way this one's going, man, it's super important not to get too far behind the 8 ball here if you're this Abernathy team. So big drive here early in the first quarter.
Antelope's going to spread it out. In the shotgun is Jess Howell. He's going to take the snap with an empty backfield looking to throw. He does so, and Tate, right now the Antelopes are just, I don't know if they're a little amped up or out of sorts or what. Anthony White, the intended target, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, this team is definitely amped up. Anthony White was there. Little curl route, had, defender was playing 4 or 5 yards off the ball, and just a little bit too much for him to handle there.
Second down and 10 for the Antelopes. In the gun again is Howell. Man in motion as there he comes, looking to throw, being chased out of the backfield, and Tate just getting rid of it is Jess Howell, and they say there is a receiver in the vicinity, so it's not a grounding call there. But that time, the Eagle defense bringing the house, and it's going to be quickly third down and long, Tate. And this is a big third down early in this football game as the Antelopes, they're reeling a little bit here against these Eagles.
Yeah, tried a little misdirection there with Anthony White, and that Roosevelt defense was not fooled at all. Good job by Jess there, just getting that thing away to avoid the sack.
In the gun is Howell as he's going to take the snap. Looks to throw, steps up in the pocket. Tate's got room to run 30, 35. Jess Howell gets outside. He got about 8, but he's short of a first down by about 2 yards, and we'll see how much Coach Wiley wants to gamble here midway through the first quarter. It's going to be fourth down and about 2 here for the Antelopes. As you can do some things when your quarterback is your punter. Jess Howell, a playmaker, lines up to punt, but we'll see on fourth down and 2 from the 38-yard line on their own side of the field. As Howell is going to take the snap, and he is, in fact, going to punt it away, Tate. It's going to take an Antelope bounce inside the 30, still bouncing inside the 25 as the Antelopes want to trust their defense here early, and at least you reverse the field a little bit if nothing else, and the Eagles will take over first down and 10.
Yeah, I think that was a little too early for Abernathy to roll the dice, but man, this defense is going to have to step up and make a play and make a stop here, because you get down against this Roosevelt team, man, they're gonna grind it out, and man, they're tough to stop. And if you're Abernathy, you don't want to have to play for behind for 4 quarters.
5:26 left to play here in the opening quarter tonight from Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. Class 3A regional final. Alex Trevino is under center. He takes the snap, Tate, and Trevino going to keep it around the left side. He's running through Antelope defenders, Tate. Trevino out across the 35-yard line, and the Antelope defense, no answer. Another first down for Roosevelt's number 8.
Yeah, 2 or 3 missed tackles on that play for the Lopes. They're getting pursuit and getting in the backfield, but just can't bring these Roosevelt backs down. Yards after carry, that'll be something to look at, and Roosevelt's definitely winning that battle thus far.
First down and 10 all the way out to the 39-yard line on the Eagles side of the field, leading 6-0 here against the Antelopes. Alex Trevino is under center again for the Eagles, and the handoff again goes up the middle, Tate, and just pushing the pile out across the 45 to the 46-yard line, and that's just a case in point. They're winning the battle in the trenches right now, are the Roosevelt Eagles.
Yeah, and I don't think there was a secret that that's what it was going to come down to. It's that offensive front versus the Antelopes defensive front, and Roosevelt kind of pushing Abernathy around and having their way with them thus far.
Nate Ginsler, a gain of 8 there for the Eagles. It'll be 2nd down and 2 here for Roosevelt, wearing the white unis, heading left to right here on the Jones Stadium turf. Under center is Trevino. He takes the snap. A quick handoff goes right up the middle, Tate. And right at midfield, the tackle is made, but that's going to be another first down run for the Roosevelt Eagles. Inside of 4 minutes to play here in the first quarter from Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. Voice of the Antelopes, Ty Horsford, with you tonight alongside Tate, and it's been a rough start for the Abernathy Antelopes. Very eerily similar to that quarter you had last week against the Canadian Wildcats to begin things, and then you kind of found your groove. Let's hope that happens tonight. A handoff goes to, no, it doesn't, Tate. I thought it was going to go up the middle, but instead it goes to Octavio Rodriguez. Rodriguez gets his first carry, and it's going to go for a first down out across the 40-yard line, or down inside the 40-yard line. Or maybe just outside the 40, at the 41. It'll be first down and 10 for the Eagles. Again, we're a long way up here. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to see exactly who has the ball, nonetheless, where they get to on the field, especially with this offense that Roosevelt runs. They disguise it so well. Trevino again under center, and another handoff up the middle, Tate, and this time the Antelopes, that's one of their better defensive pushes of the night, as Tanner Timms right in the big middle of it for the Antelopes there to make the tackle after a short gain. It'll be 2nd down for Roosevelt, and let's see if the Antelopes can take advantage defensively. Tate, Abernathy's defense has been on the field almost this entire opening quarter. They may be getting a little winded here on this beautiful Friday night from the LBK.
Yeah, and on that previous play, good push by Abernathy to kind of disrupt the timing, and that timing, and that's what this Roosevelt offense is all about.
Trevino under center is going to again hand it off, Tate, and they are pushing the pile, and Abernathy with absolutely no answer. It goes inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. Another first down run for the Eagles, and if I'm not mistaken, that might have been Nate Ginsler again getting the carry for Roosevelt.
Yeah, this Eagle offense has definitely been as advertised, and we've seen it already this year once, and man, they're clicking on all cylinders, and it's time this Abernathy defense comes up with a big play.
The Antelopes, Tate, have had a little bit of a deer in the headlights look, if you will, and Roosevelt just business as normal so far. Under center is Alex Trevino. He takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself this time, Tate, up the middle. One thing he does so well, he's a patient runner. He waits for the hole, and then he hits it, and he picks up 5 more. It'll be second down coming up for the Eagles.
Yeah, really good vision there. That play was designed, I think, to get to the sideline. And like you said, he kind of let Abernathy over pursue and cut it back up. And, man, this offense, you get them to 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5. That's exactly what they want. And they'll just wait to hit the big one.
As it is now maybe look for them to swing one around one of the corners because they've been pounding the middle here as Trevino comes up under center again. He takes the snap. He hands it off to the near side. Down to the 20, Tate. Abernathy does secure the tackle shy of the first down marker as that might have been Octavio Rodriguez on the carry that time, if I'm not mistaken. And it is going to be third down, in short, probably 2-down territory for the Eagles. Third down and about a yard and a half, maybe a short 2 from right at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, I think any time this Roosevelt offense crosses midfield, they're in 4-down territory. Don't really matter where they are. We talked about them not kicking the ball, and that's going to wind down the end of the first quarter, and not quite as many fireworks as we had in the previous matchup between these two, but that quarter was totally dominated by Roosevelt.
Well, and it wasn't much over 12 minutes because Roosevelt just kept it on the ground, and that clock kept on rolling. We'll take a timeout. It's after 1, 6-0 Roosevelt. You're listening to Abernathy Antelope Playoff Football.
If you are in need of heating and air services on the South Plains, your only call needs to be to JC Refrigeration, Cooling, and Heating. We've got the experience and professionals to handle all of your needs as we specialize in residential, light commercial, and mobile home services. To find out how we can serve you with your heating and air needs, simply give us a call today at 806-744-9855 or come by and see us at 1606 North University Avenue in Lubbock. JC Refrigeration, Cooling, and Heating is backing the Lopes and Lady Lopes throughout the 2021-22 school year.
And once again, good evening and welcome back inside Jones AT&T Stadium here in Lubbock, Texas. A first quarter dominated by the Roosevelt Eagles, and they've got the ball at the Antelope 20-yard line as we begin quarter number 2, taking a big third down and short coming up here for the Eagles. As we switch into the field, they now head to the north. It is third and short here for Roosevelt. Under center is Trevino, man in motion, and the handoff goes up the middle, Tate. That's a quick handoff. And, again, a great fake there. It goes to Ginsler, but a great fake is you could be convinced that Trevino has the football and he's going to toss it, and Ginsler's already 4 or 5 yards up the field.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They're running this offense to perfection, and I mean even on the plays where Abernathy gets in the backfield, the backs are breaking tackles, and man, just not much life in this Abernathy defense so far.
First down and 10, just outside the 10. You can get a first down at about the 3 here if you're Roosevelt. Under center is Trevino. He is going to keep it as a flag does come in, right? I did see a flag as Trevino pushes towards the goal line on that right side. It may be in the area of holding, Tate.
Yeah, that's where that thing was thrown, either a chop block or holding of some sort. And basically the only negative plays that the Eagle offense has had has been when the laundry's been thrown on the field. But I promise you right now, Abernathy will take every one of those that they can get.
It's not a holding. It is, like you said, Tate, a chop block on Roosevelt. And this is maybe that's your opportunity, Tate. You've got to take advantage if you're the Antelopes, because if I'm not mistaken, that's a 15-yard penalty. It's a personal foul penalty, and first down and 10 becomes first down and 25. And Tate, you've got to take advantage of this if you're the Antelope defense.
That's kind of the name of the game, and it doesn't really matter how you do it, but if you can get this Roosevelt offense behind the sticks, I think that's your big chance to slow them down. Let's see if the defense can come up with something here.
First and 25 now is it is going to be a keep. Tate around the edge, getting inside the 20, goes Trevino. He got a big chunk of that penalty yardage back, not all of it. And it'll be second down coming up here for the Eagles, as that was nothing fancy, just he kept it around that right side one more time.
Yeah, nothing fancy. You could probably say that on just about every down Roosevelt has, but, man, it sure is effective. And, getting them behind the sticks on that penalty here, you're still looking at, second and
almost 15.
15 yards. So, another chance for the defense to step up and make a play.
10-13 to play in the first half. Under center is Trevino again. He is going to hand it off. Tate to Ginsler, and the Antelopes get a push. Anthony White took it away. Anthony White has the football as Ginsler coughs it up. We've got our first turnover of the night. Tate Roosevelt does not do that often, and the Antelopes come up with a huge takeaway.
Well, we talked about the defense stepping up and making a big play, and, man, if you needed a spark, it was right then, as you didn't want to see this thing get away from you so early. But fighting for those extra yards and those yards after contact kind of came back to bite Roosevelt there. And, man, that's a huge play. Great job by Anthony White to get that thing. And here we go.
He kind of just took it away from him. As you had Ginsler fighting for extra yards, and Anthony took it away from him. First down and 10 for the Antelopes as Jess Hole is in the shotgun. See if that breathes life. What a hole up the middle, Tate. Malachi Reyes to the 45-yard line. It's a South Plains Auto Ranch first down, and Tate Abernathy's first down comes with 9:55 left in the first half.
Yeah, great job up front there by the Abernathy offensive line, and all he had to do was run fast. Great start to the drive for Abernathy.
I could have ran through that hole. It was huge in the middle. Great blocking up front by the Antelopes. In the shotgun is Jess again. Hands it off again to Malachi. A flag comes in, if I'm not mistaken, as Malachi takes it across the 45. But that's not in the area of the field you like it if you're on offense.
No, probably going to be a holding call against Abernathy, which it is. That's going to back them up 10. And, man, you start this drive up, pretty promising with a big hole and about a 13-yard gain. And, man, then you just shoot yourself in the foot and lose those yards that you gained. And we talk about penalties, and they're biting Abernathy right now.
That'll take it back inside the 35-yard line. It'll be first down and 20 for the Antelopes. In the shotgun is Jess Hole. The Antelopes got to figure something out offensively. There's the snap in the gun. Jess Hole taking to keep it to the near side, and Roosevelt read it pretty well as Jess takes it to the 35-yard line. He gets a little bit of the yardage back, but not a lot. And it's going to be second down and long for the Antelopes.
Yeah, really just nowhere to go for Jess, as I think that was a quarterback keeper the whole way. And he looked to break it down here to the near side. And good job staying home by those Roosevelt backers and just stop them for little to no gain.
Second down and long for the Antelope. Tate, I don't know Abernathy yet to complete a pass with 8:38 left to play in the first half. In the gun, empty backfield, looking to throw over the middle, and maybe I jinxed it in a good way, is coming across the middle is Sean Rodriguez. He hauls it in, but it's still, Tate, just a gain of about 7, and it's going to be third down and 12 for the Antelopes.
Yeah, I think Roosevelt was perfectly fine on giving that little underneath route up to Abernathy there and made a good tackle. Third and long for the Lopes.
In the shotgun again is Jess Hole. Hole's going to take the snap, an empty backfield. He's got time, pocket collapses. He's going to run. Lots of open field. Tate up the middle of the field, across midfield, close to a first down. I think he's 1.5 yards, maybe 2 short. And it's going to be fourth down and short here for the Antelopes. Jess Hole takes it up the middle as the pocket collapsed on him.
Yeah, good job by Jess there at getting up the field, and great job by the defense of Roosevelt on closing. It looked like he had a lot of green in front of him, and Lopes going for it here on a big 4th and 2 in the second quarter.
From midfield, in the shotgun is Jess Hole, looking to throw. Oh, he airs it out deep. Abernathy wanting the big play, Tate. And down the sideline, it was Luke Houston. And when you need just 1.5 yards, Abernathy tried to catch Roosevelt napping. And the ball's going to go over on downs, and you question that a little bit As I see what you're trying to do there, but you haven't been able to complete one of those passes yet, and you're still not, and the Eagles are going to take over 1st down and 10.
Yeah, kind of a curious play call there. Luke did have a step or two there on the outside, but overthrown by Jess, and a missed opportunity there for Abernathy on the turnover, and give the ball back to Roosevelt right at midfield.
7:21 to play in the first half. The Eagles continue to lead 6-0. Under center is Trevino, and the handoff goes up the middle, Tate. That is Octavio Rodriguez, stood up at the line of scrimmage. That's a nice push by the defense.
Yeah, one of the better pushes you've seen tonight by that defensive front for Abernathy, and kind of disrupted that play. And good tackle there. You'll take, a 2-yard gain any day of the week against this Roosevelt offense.
2nd down and 8 for the Eagles. They've got it right around midfield here, Tate. And if you feel like you've been absolutely dominated tonight, but you look up, it's just a 6-point game midway through the second quarter here. Again, under center is Trevino. Again, the handoff up the middle. Just following that right tackle, Tate, and it's going to be another 3rd down here for Roosevelt as they took it to the 44-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd down and a long 3, almost 4 here for Roosevelt. Another big 3rd down for this Antelope defense.
Yeah, and here you are again. Roosevelt has it at the Antelope, about 44-yard line, and you're looking at 4-down territory, no doubt.
From the 44. 3rd and short. Under center is Trevino. He's going to keep it. Tate around the edge. Trevino breaks the edge, and you're not going to catch the Roosevelt quarterback, Alex Trevino. He takes it to the house. Tate, 41 yards. It's a Roosevelt touchdown, and the Eagles lead 12-0.
Yeah, that's kind of what we talk about. They'll 4 and 5 and 6 yard you to death, and all it takes is one, and it just busts to the outside. And this not looking really good for the Lopes here. No spark just yet, and Roosevelt maintains control of this game.
5:50 to play here in the second quarter. Expect another 2-point conversion here for the Eagles as a 41-yard touchdown run by the Eagle quarterback. Now the ensuing 2-point conversion. Tate, the handoff up the middle, and he got in. The 2-point conversion, it was right at the goal line. It was close. They say he's in, so you get that missed one back the first time, and it's a true 2-touchdown lead for Roosevelt at 14-0. We'll take a timeout and come back. You're listening to Abernathy Antelope Playoff Football.
The Abernathy Independent School District is a shining light in West Texas. As a TEA-recognized district, our students excel at the state and national level on the field, in the classroom, in FFA and 4-H, band, and so much more. At Abernathy ISD, we offer a wide variety of dual credit and other academic opportunities. Leading the way into the future, at Abernathy ISD, we are students today, leaders tomorrow, and antelopes forever.
And once again, good evening and welcome back to Jones AT&T Stadium here on the campus of Texas Tech University. Voice of the Antelopes, Ty Horsford, back with Tate Horsford tonight. And 14-0, the Roosevelt Eagles, Tate, with 5:50 to go in the second quarter. Really, the game not as close as the 14-0 score. Abernathy with 1 first down in the ball game, and Roosevelt has completely controlled from the opening kick so far.
Yeah, this Roosevelt offense looks really similar to the last time we saw it in person, but the difference is that Roosevelt defense is really stepped up to the plate tonight, and yeah, just allowed next to nothing for the Lopes.
As Abernathy going to run this back from the 25-yard line, trying to keep their feet, and pretty good coverage there by the Eagles. And it's going to be first down and 10 for Abernathy as they'll be inside their own 25-yard line. And Tate, the Antelopes, they really need something good to happen on offense because it has been a a tough road to hoe so far for this Antelope offense. Is I think part of it is they almost look like a little bit of a deer in the headlights look on the big stage, but credit the Roosevelt defense. They've been tough as well.
Yeah, just zero rhythm so far for this Antelope offense with the 1 first down. Just can't get any consecutive plays put together.
It's a design quarterback keep here by Jess Hole. He breaks it wide, Tate, 25-30. Hole gets the edge, and he's going to run it for a first down. It's a South Plains Auto Ranch first down and a gain of 11. Just the second first down of the night for the Antelopes, and it's on the legs of Jess Hole. As you can tell, Abernathy trying to create with one of their best playmakers in Jess Hole right now.
Yeah, and it looked like that play was originally designed to go right up the middle and just utilize the speed and bounce it outside, but nonetheless moves the chains for the Lopes.
In the shotgun is Hole, and now he kind of pauses and looks to the Antelope sideline. Abernathy in desperate need of something good to happen on offense. In the shotgun, Hole's going to take the snap. He is going to hand it off there near side. Malachi Reyes, Tate, out across the 45-yard line. He gets 11 more for another South Plains Auto Ranch first down. And maybe the way Abernathy finds an offensive rhythm is going to be on the ground here.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And, nothing downfield for Jess, but, man, however you can move the chains and then, 2 consecutive first downs there. And that's the biggest spark that this Antelope offense has had all night.
If anything, give your defense a breather. My goodness. In the shotgun is Jess. He takes the snap, empty backfield, looking to throw. Has Anthony White down the sideline, and Jess led him too far. Just a little bit too much oomph in coverage that time is Zach Bryant for the Eagles.
I really think this Roosevelt defense is made a point not to let those guys on the outside beat you. Is the playmakers such as Houston and White, and they just, when they do create separation, that safety's coming over the top, and it's basically ended up being double coverage every time. And Abernathy's going to have to figure something out that leaves the middle wide open.
In the shotgun formation again is Jess Hole. Receiver spread out everywhere. Jess going to keep it up the middle, and Teddy tries to break it wide, but he's chased down from behind by J.J. Diaz.
Yeah, good pursuit by Diaz there, as it looked like Hole had some room, but they'll take the 5-yard gain as they move it into Roosevelt territory. And, man, another crucial third down.
Probably 2-down territory, you would think, for the Antelopes as they're reeling with 4:13 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, you hate to rush it still in the first half, but you're right. The way this game's playing out, you may be looking at you got to have points on this possession if you're Abernathy.
In the shotgun again is Jess. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Slant over the middle. Tate's got White. That might have been a face mask, no call, but White gets free inside the 30. Fighting through tacklers inside the 25. It's another South Plains Auto Ranch first down as your playmaker, Anthony White, making a play right there as he caught it in traffic and then made defenders miss.
Yeah, really good job timing a little slant route there. And Hull put it on the money and let Anthony do the rest. And talk about guys that are hard to bring down. You get Anthony out in open field, man, good luck. Big play there for the Lopes, and man, you just almost have to get 7 here.
The Eagles take a timeout. We will as well. Antelopes driving when we come back. You're listening to Abernathy Antelope Playoff Football.
As a leader in the agriculture industry, Nutrien Ag Solutions is committed to helping West Texas growers reach their greatest potential. The professionals at Nutrien Ag Solutions pride themselves as being known as the ag retailer of the future, with their focus on customer service. An emphasis is consistently placed on providing the best performing chemical, fertilizer, and seed products, financing programs, and second-to-none technology used in crop consulting and field application for their customers. With 6 retail locations located nearby, they are equipped with experienced agronomists that are able to work alongside you to create the ideal plan for your operation. David Carver and his crew would like to say thank you for those that have entrusted them for years to service their needs, and would also like to wish the Antelopes a successful and blessed year.
Once again, good evening from Jones AT&T Stadium. First down and 10 for the Antelopes as we go back to play with 3:37 to play in the First half, the Antelopes from the 21-yard line of the Eagles. In the shotgun is Jess Howell. He's going to take the snap. He's going to keep it, and Roosevelt's defense sniffs it out. Maybe Abernathy has run that one too many times here in the first half.
Yeah, good pursuit by the Eagles defense, and weren't fooled at all by just trying to keep that thing. And I know we keep saying it, but you get down here in Roosevelt territory, the way this game's going, you have to capitalize.
Loss of 1, second down and 11 for the Antelopes. In the shotgun is Howell. Takes the snap. Howell hands it off. Coming near side, Malachi Reyes can't make a defender miss. He got a couple of yards back across the original line of scrimmage, Tate, but that's it. And it's going to be third down and 9 coming up here for the Antelopes. I believe that was Eric Cruz, the defensive back, making a play there for Roosevelt.
Yeah, third and long for the Lopes. Look to get maybe Houston the ball here on the outside in single coverage. It's worked so well all year.
In the shotgun is Jess Howell, probably 2 downs to get it. Looking over the middle, he's got a man in space, Tate. It is caught inside the 10-yard line. That is number 11. You called it. It wasn't on the edge, but it's Luke Houston slanting into the middle. It's first down and goal.
Yeah, Luke's he's such a tough matchup out there in single coverage. Fear of him going over the top and using his height, but that time he utilizes speed and a big first down there for the Lopes to bring up first and goal.
In the shotgun is Jess Howell, 2:05 left in the first half. There's the snap. Hole, and oh my goodness, he is lost from the get-go, Tate. He had absolutely nowhere to go with it. Happy feet, and he takes a seat for a 3-yard loss. In pursuit there is Alex Trevino, number 8, defensively for the Eagles. It's going to be second down and goal here for the Antelopes. Back to the 7-yard line. Antelopes in desperate need of 6 here. In the shotgun. He takes the snap. Hole looking to throw over the middle. Tate threw it behind Anthony White. They're going to say he was down, and thank goodness, because Roosevelt had scooped it up going the other way, and it may be a good thing that we don't have instant replay at this level, as Anthony White reached it out for the goal line. The ball came out, but they say he's down inside the 1. It's third down and goal.
Yeah, really good catch there by Anthony, as that ball was a little bit behind him, and I think if Jessica had hit him in stride, that was going to be 6, but here we are inside the 1-yard line, third and goal for the Lopes.
53 ticks left here until halftime. Abernathy trying to get on the board. And Tate, they're letting the clock roll because they don't want Roosevelt to get it back. In the shotgun is Jess. He takes the snap, and Jess is going to try and get the edge. Tate, was there what do we got?
That play was blown dead. Timeout by Abernathy is.
I think I like the call. Is Abernathy seemed a little bit confused. We will keep it right here. We don't want you to miss anything. 36 seconds left in the first half. That does give us a chance to say thank you to a few of our sponsors: Hill Veterinary Services, along with Has Beans Coffee, St. Clair and Massey Orthodontics, Little Slice of Heaven Cafe, and Nana's Donuts, all proud supporters of the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes and of our broadcasts all season long. And Tate, a huge third down and goal coming up here from the 1. You had timeouts. Don't blame the Antelopes at all for taking one right there.
No, not at all. And I mean, you're essentially in the situation, you got 2 downs to get 1 yard, and you got to trust your guys up front to get a push and to be able to get this thing in. And like you said, I don't think it's such a bad thing that clock's, half a minute left in the second quarter. I think you'd be perfectly satisfied going in down 1 possession the way this game's playing out.
Here we go. In the shotgun is Jess. Hole's going to take the snap. Jess going to try and keep it, Tate, and Roosevelt sniffs it out. You're going to lose yardage on the play. And that was J.J. Diaz. When he's not doing it on offense, he's doing it on defense. And you've got the biggest snap of the game coming up, Tate, for the Antelopes on 4th down. It's almost like Roosevelt knew what was coming.
Yeah, Diaz did a really good job there keying on Jess, and just no push there on the outside, and good pursuit by Roosevelt. And, man, here's the first half winds down. You almost feel like this is a must-score for the Antelopes. Really curious what they'll draw up here on 4th and goal from about the 2.5 or 3 yard line.
You know, there's been some success in the middle of the field. The little success Abernathy's had. Malachi Reyes running the ball. Maybe looked to get him a look there, but instead Antelopes opt to go on the quarterback keeper with Jess Hull. And now decision time for Coach Wiley on 4th down and goal from about the 2 yard line here. Huge play in this football game as the ball is spotted on the left hash mark. 28 seconds left until halftime. In the shotgun is Jess Hole. Hole takes the snap. He rolls to the near side, throws it towards the end zone. Tate, it is incomplete as it looked like it was going to be caught for a touchdown, but not able to hang on. I believe it was Anthony White, the intended target, and he is going to be slow to get up as well. But the Antelopes are kept out of the end zone, and it remains 14-0.
Yeah, Anthony took a shot down there right on the pylon. Looked like he had it for a second, but, man, Roosevelt secondary closed in a hurry and then really put a lick on Anthony. And let's hope he's okay. Huge stand there for the Roosevelt defense to keep Abernathy scoreless in this first half.
And obviously we're so far away, you can't really question it a whole lot. I questioned whether Anthony didn't have that ball and score and secure the catch before it came out, but the official on the near side quickly ruled it incomplete. And Anthony is still slow to get up, and he is right at the pylon on the Antelope sideline. And there is 22 seconds left to play here in the second quarter, and Roosevelt looks like they're going to take at least a 14-0 lead into the locker room as they're still tending to the Antelope receiver and playmaker, Anthony White. 22 seconds left to go, and I tell you what, let's take a timeout here. You're listening to Abernathy Antelope Playoff Football.
In today's competitive real estate market, you want someone fighting for you. Ty Horsford is a licensed realtor in Texas and is proud to serve the people of Abernathy and the surrounding area with all of their real estate needs. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or just want to know what your property is worth, give Ty a call today at 806-773-4658. Ty Horsford Real Estate is a proud supporter of the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes.
The light shines on local students making their mark.
We grind as brothers, and we won as brothers today.
We just have each other's back no matter what.
See what it takes to be the best in class. High School Spotlight, Sunday on Valley Sports Southwest. The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com. The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com.
And once again, good evening and welcome back to Jones AT&T Stadium here in Lubbock, Texas. Voice of the Antelopes, Ty Horsford, alongside Tate Horsford with you here tonight. And scary moment here on the turf of Jones AT&T Stadium. Anthony White, who was the intended target on that fourth down play a moment ago, looked like he might have caught it right at the goal line, but maybe didn't have possession. And it was ruled incomplete, and in the process Tate, he took a pretty good shot from a Roosevelt defender, and he is just now being helped up. Not a good sign for this Antelope offense, who has already been struggling this evening.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see with, one of your best playmakers all year long down, and it looks like he's headed back to the locker room very slowly. And
he is under his own power, so that's good. But we're going to go back to play here, Tate. Roosevelt probably content taking a knee on this one and taking a 14-0 lead into the locker room when you've got your back at your own goal line. Probably not going to get anything too crazy here from the Eagles. As they take the snap, take the knee, and that should take us to the end. Well,
Abernathy utilizes one of their timeouts. It's going to make them, that close to the end zone. You
never
might as well
know.
make them take a snap.
Because if a mistake happens, it could lead to points, and you'll take points any way you can get them right now, Tate, for the Antelopes, is they're in danger of being shut out here in the first half. A reminder, this is an offense, Tate, that scored 56 points on the Roosevelt Eagles the first time they played. Now, granted, Roosevelt scored 58. We haven't had near that kind of shootout tonight, but it's really been a first half dominated by the boys from ACUF this evening.
And, I think Roosevelt had a game plan to come out and, control the line of scrimmage like they've done all year long. And the biggest difference we've seen is definitely this Roosevelt defense, making plays in open field and not letting these Abernathy playmakers do much, as they can sit on this thing one more time and probably run this half out.
I believe Abernathy is out of timeouts, if I'm not mistaken, and there's going to be a keep up the middle, and that will take us to the end of the first half tonight from Jones AT&T Stadium on the campus of Texas Tech University here, Tate, in Lubbock, Texas. And obviously you're still in the ball game, but some major adjustments need to be made if Abernathy wants to get back in this game. 14-0 here at the intermission. The Eagles lead, and they will get the ball to begin the second half.
Yeah, that first drive coming out, I think is going to, be a tell sign of how this, game plays out. If Abernathy wants to have a chance to get back in this thing, they need to come out and make a stop. And they just haven't had much of an answer. I mean, you're 2 scores down, but, man, it feels more like 4. Just not much going for the Abernathy offense tonight. And credit this Eagle defense to keeping them in check. But they got a long road to hoe if you're Abernathy if you want to get back in this thing.
We'll take an extended timeout here and catch our breath from Jones AT&T. It's 14-0 Roosevelt at the half. You're listening to Abernathy Antelope Playoff Football.
Thanks for listening to tonight's broadcast. We are at halftime and will return to the air shortly. Tonight's game is sponsored and provided by the Abernathy Independent School District, First State Bank, Clark Riley Insurance, Plains Grain Company, Abel Funeral Home and Flower Shop, Abernathy's First Baptist Church, Ty Horsford Real Estate, JC Refrigeration, Cooling and Heating, Has Beans Coffee, Hill Veterinary Services, St. Clair and Massey Orthodontics, South Plains Auto Ranch, Little Slice of Heaven Cafe, Nana's Donuts, and Nutrient Ag Solutions. If you are interested in showing your support for the Antelopes and Ladylopes and being a sponsor during our broadcast, call us at 806-773-4658. You can rewatch this live broadcast by visiting this same YouTube channel. To stay up to date on the latest news and broadcast information regarding the Antelopes, follow us on Facebook at Abernathy Antelope Sports Broadcast Home. Again, we are at our halftime break and will return to the air shortly. Go Lopes! When it comes to banking, you want people you can trust, and those people are at First State Bank. As a locally owned and operated bank, First State Bank has been serving individuals and businesses with all of their banking needs since 1909. We have 3 convenient locations to serve you, and we are proud supporters of the Abernathy Ladylopes and Antelopes in all they do. If we can serve you in any way, come by and see us at 402 9th Street in Abernathy, or give us a call at 806-298-2556. At First State Bank, we are your full-service bank. Abel Funeral Home and Flower Shop have been serving the Abernathy community since 1991. Todd and his team offers full-service funeral planning with love and compassion, while Carly and the crew at the flower shop can meet all of your needs, from flowers to gifts to registries. Abel Funeral Home and Flower Shop is locally owned and is a staple in the Abernathy community. Give us a call today to see how we can serve you. We are proud supporters of our Antelopes and Ladylopes and wish them the best of luck this season. For over 60 years, the Abernathy community and surrounding area have depended on Plains Grain Company in Abernathy for all of their pet, livestock, and show animal needs, lawn and garden supplies, and of course, all of their farming and agricultural needs as well. Plains Grain takes pride in being locally owned and operated, and their number one priority is you. Come see us today at 701 Texas Avenue in Abernathy, or give us a call at 806-298-2521. At Plains Grain, we want to wish all of Abernathy's young people the best of luck this school year. The Abernathy Independent School District is a shining light in West Texas. As a TEA-recognized district, our students excel at the state and national level on the field, in the classroom, in FFA and 4-H, band, and so much more. At Abernathy ISD, we offer a wide variety of dual credit and other academic opportunities. Leading the way into the future, at Abernathy ISD, we are students today, leaders tomorrow, and antelopes forever. At Abernathy's First Baptist Church, our heart is to love God, love people, and tell the world. Our pastor is Damon Pierce, and we meet for Sunday morning worship at 10:45 with Sunday school beginning at 9:30. We also offer a variety of kids and youth activities, as well as a Wednesday night adult and youth Bible study at 6 p.m. We would love to welcome you and your family at Abernathy's First Baptist Church. Feel free to drop by our church office at 411 7th Street or give us a call at 806-298-2587. We are proud to support our young people, and we are cheering the Lopes and Ladylopes on this year. Regardless of the type of personal or business insurance needs you have, your first call needs to be to Clark Riley Insurance in Abernathy. With over 30 years of experience, our friendly staff is ready to serve you. Stop by and see us on the West Service Road in Abernathy, or give us a call today at 806-298-2591. Whether it's home insurance, auto insurance, or anything in between, we've got you covered at Clark Riley Insurance in Abernathy. We want to wish the Lopes and the Ladylopes the best of luck this season. If you're looking for a used car, there's no need to search far and wide. Just pay your friends at the South Plains Auto Ranch a visit in Abernathy. South Plains Auto Ranch can find you the perfect vehicle to meet your needs, and with their buy here, pay here mentality, buying a car or truck has never been easier. Give us a shout today at 806-298-2200 or come see us on South Avenue D in Abernathy. South Plains Auto Ranch is backing the Lopes and Ladylopes this season. In today's competitive real estate market, you want someone fighting for you. Ty Horsford is a licensed realtor in Texas and is proud to serve the people of Abernathy and the surrounding area with all of their real estate needs. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or just want to know what your property is worth, give Ty a call today at 806-773-4658. Ty Horsford Real Estate is a proud supporter of the Abernathy Antelopes and Ladylopes.
If you are in need of heating and air services on the South Plains, your only call needs to be to JC Refrigeration, Cooling, and Heating. We've got the experience and professionals to handle all your needs as we specialize in residential, light commercial, and mobile home services. To find out how we can serve you with our heating and air needs, give us a call today at 806-744-9855 or come by and see us at 1606 North University Avenue in Lubbock. JC Refrigeration, Cooling, and Heating is backing the Lopes and the Lady Lopes throughout the 2021-22 school year. As a leader in the agriculture industry, Nutrien Ag Solutions is committed to helping West Texas growers reach their greatest potential. The professionals at Nutrien Ag Solutions pride themselves as being known as the ag retailer of the future, with their focus on customer service. An emphasis is consistently placed on providing the best performing chemical, fertilizer, and seed products, financing programs, and second to none technology used in crop consulting and field application for their customers. With 6 retail locations located nearby, they're equipped to experienced agronomists that are able to work alongside you to create the ideal plan for your operation. David Carver and his crew would like to say thank you for those that have entrusted them for years of service to their needs, and would also like to wish the Antelopes a successful and blessed year. Again, we are at halftime, and we will return to the air shortly. And once again, good evening, Antelope fans. Welcome back here inside Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. Voice of the Antelopes, Ty Horsford, back with you high atop the newly named Cody Campbell Field here at Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. A beautiful venue for a titanic West Texas matchup tonight between the Roosevelt Eagles and the Abernathy Antelopes. And here in the first half of this one, completely dominated by the Roosevelt Eagles, probably more than what the score shows. 14-0 here at the half. The Roosevelt Eagles shutting out the Abernathy Antelopes as the Roosevelt and Abernathy bands have come together and are currently playing a tribute performance in memory of, in support of the Andrews high school band in the community of Andrews, in memory of the band director and bus driver who lost their lives in that tragic bus accident a couple of weeks ago. So a very nice tribute here at the half. Let's tell you how the points came in this first half. As Abernathy, it really out of the gate, they struggled as the opening kickoff was mishandled by Anthony White. They were able to cover the football, but inside their own 10 were forced to a 3-and-out. It gave the Roosevelt Eagles a short field, and they cash in on a J.J. Diaz 9-yard touchdown run with 5:53 left in the first quarter. And Roosevelt's two-point conversion was no good, and Abernathy trailed 6-0 at the end of one quarter tonight. Roosevelt was driving again, looking to add to their lead early in the second quarter when the Antelope defense did come up with a big play as Nate Ginsler was running the ball around the right side, fighting for extra yardage, and Anthony White from the Antelope defense took the ball out of his mitts, recovered the fumble, and Abernathy took the possession. And Abernathy, they turned it over on downs, facing a 4th down and 2, elected to try and catch Roosevelt napping. They threw the ball deep down the left sideline. The ball was overthrown, and Roosevelt once again took over. And with 5:50 left in the first half, Roosevelt found the end zone again on a quarterback keeper. Alex Trevino raced 41 yards to pay dirt, and the two-point conversion was good, just barely, right at the goal line. And Abernathy trailed at that point 14-0. The Antelopes, they march the length of the field. They go about 70 yards, and they get it down to the 1-yard line of the Roosevelt Eagles. But on 3rd down and goal, Jess Hole is tackled for a 2-yard loss, and then a pass play to Anthony White right at the pylon. It was questionable whether he caught it and scored before the ball came out, but it was ruled incomplete on 4th down and goal. The Roosevelt defense credited with the stand, and that kept Abernathy off the board, and that's where we stand here at the half, 14-0. The Roosevelt Eagles on top of the Abernathy Antelopes. We'll take another timeout here at the intermission. We'll come back with some scores from around the area tonight as well. You're listening to Abernathy Antelope playoff football tonight from Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas.
Thanks for listening to tonight's broadcast. We are at halftime and will return to the air shortly. Tonight's game is sponsored and provided by the Abernathy Independent School District, First State Bank, Clark Riley Insurance, Plains Grain Company, Abel Funeral Home and Flower Shop, Abernathy's First Baptist Church, Ty Horsford Real Estate, JC Refrigeration, Cooling and Heating, Has Beans Coffee, Hill Veterinary Services, St. Clair and Massey Orthodontics, South Plains Auto Ranch, Little Slice of Heaven Cafe, Nana's Donuts, and Nutrient Ag Solutions. If you are interested in showing your support for the Antelopes and Ladylopes and being a sponsor during our broadcast, call us at 806-773-4658. You can rewatch this live broadcast by visiting this same YouTube channel. To stay up to date on the latest news and broadcast information regarding the Antelopes, follow us on Facebook at Abernathy Antelope Sports Broadcast Home. Again, we are at our halftime break and will return to the air shortly. Go Lopes! When it comes to banking, you want people you can trust, and those people are at First State Bank. As a locally owned and operated bank, First State Bank has been serving individuals and businesses with all of their banking needs since 1909. We have 3 convenient locations to serve you, and we are proud supporters of the Abernathy Ladylopes and Antelopes in all they do. If we can serve you in any way, come by and see us at 402 9th Street in Abernathy, or give us a call at 806-298-2556. At First State Bank, we are your full-service bank. Abel Funeral Home and Flower Shop have been serving the Abernathy community since 1991. Todd and his team offers full-service funeral planning with love and compassion, while Carly and the crew at the flower shop can meet all of your needs, from flowers to gifts to registries. Abel Funeral Home and Flower Shop is locally owned and is a staple in the Abernathy community. Give us a call today to see how we can serve you. We are proud supporters of our Antelopes and Ladylopes and wish them the best of luck this season. For over 60 years, the Abernathy community and surrounding area have depended on Plains Grain Company in Abernathy for all of their pet, livestock, and show animal needs, lawn and garden supplies, and of course, all of their farming and agricultural needs as well. Plains Grain takes pride in being locally owned and operated, and their number one priority is you. Come see us today at 701 Texas Avenue in Abernathy, or give us a call at 806-298-2521. At Plains Grain, we want to wish all of Abernathy's young people the best of luck this school year. The Abernathy Independent School District is a shining light in West Texas. As a TEA-recognized district, our students excel at the state and national level on the field, in the classroom, in FFA and 4-H, band, and so much more. At Abernathy ISD, we offer a wide variety of dual credit and other academic opportunities. Leading the way into the future, at Abernathy ISD, we are students today, leaders tomorrow, and antelopes forever. At Abernathy's First Baptist Church, our heart is to love God, love people, and tell the world.
Our pastor is Damon Pierce, and we meet for Sunday morning worship at 10:45 with Sunday school beginning at 9:30. We also offer a variety of kids and youth activities, as well as a Wednesday night adult and youth Bible study at 6 p.m. We would love to welcome you and your family at Abernathy's First Baptist Church. Feel free to drop by our church office at 411 7th Street or give us a call at 806-298-2587. We are proud to support our young people, and we are cheering the Lopes and Lady Lopes on this year. Regardless of the type of personal or business insurance needs you have, your first call needs to be to Clark Riley Insurance in Abernathy. With over 30 years of experience, our friendly staff is ready to serve you. Stop by and see us on the West Service Road in Abernathy, or give us a call today at 806-298-2591. Whether it's home insurance, auto insurance, or anything in between, we've got you covered at Clark Riley Insurance in Abernathy. We want to wish the Lopes and the Lady Lopes the best of luck this season. If you're looking for a used car, there's no need to search far and wide. Just pay your friends at the South Plains Auto Ranch a visit in Abernathy. South Plains Auto Ranch can find you the perfect vehicle to meet your needs, and with their buy here, pay here mentality, buying a car or truck has never been easier. Give us a shout today at 806-298-2200 or come see us on South Avenue D in Abernathy. South Plains Auto Ranch is backing the Lopes and Lady Lopes this season. In today's competitive real estate market, you want someone fighting for you. Ty Horsford is a licensed realtor in Texas and is proud to serve the people of Abernathy and the surrounding area with all of the real estate needs. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or just want to know what your property is worth, give Ty a call today at 806-773-4658. Ty Horsford Real Estate is a proud supporter of the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes. If you are in need of heating and air services on the South Plains, your only call needs to be to JC Refrigeration, Cooling, and Heating. We've got the experience and professionals to handle all your needs, as we specialize in residential, light commercial, and mobile home services. To find out how we can serve you with our heating and air needs, give us a call today at 806-744-9855 or come by and see us at 1606 North University Avenue in Lubbock. JC Refrigeration, Cooling, and Heating is backing the Lopes and the Lady Lopes throughout the 2021-22 school year. As a leader in the agriculture industry, Nutrien Ag Solutions is committed to helping West Texas growers reach their greatest potential. The professionals at Nutrien Ag Solutions pride themselves as being known as the ag retailer of the future, with their focus on customer service. An emphasis is consistently placed on providing the best performing chemical, fertilizer, and seed products, financing programs, and second-to-none technology used in crop consulting and field application for their customers. With 6 retail locations located nearby, they're equipped to experienced agronomists that are able to work alongside you to create the ideal plan for your operation. David Carver and his crew would like to say thank you for those that have entrusted them for years of service to their needs, and would also like to wish the Antelopes a successful and blessed year. Again, we are at halftime, and we will return to the air shortly. Well, once again, good evening, Antelope fans. Welcome back to Jones AT&T Stadium here in Lubbock, Texas, on the beautiful campus of Texas Tech University. Voice of the Antelopes, Ty Horsford, back with you. The Class 3A regional final this evening. The Abernathy Antelopes and the Roosevelt Eagles, both teams taking the field for second half action here. And Tate, 14-0 Roosevelt, a big opening drive coming up here for the Antelope defense to begin the third quarter. But before we get to that, let's take a look at the scoreboard on this regional final Friday night of high school football.
Yeah, just you get to December, there's not a whole lot of scores to go over, but got a few here for you. Mount Vernon Tigers leading the West Trojans 10-0 at half. Winner of this game will have the winner of Gunner and Holiday, and Gunner leads that 21-0 at half. The Happy Cowboys in a close one, 32-20 against the Westbrook Wildcats. The Albany Lions handling the Windthorst Trojans 21-6 at half. Stratford Elks in a good one with the Skyrockets from Wellington as Stratford leads that 7-6. 2 and change left in the first half. Cisco Lobos leading number 5 Hawley Bearcats 14-7 early third quarter. Lubbock Cooper Pirates, that stout defense that Cooper has is doing their job tonight as they're up 9-0 at half against their district rival, the Ryder Raiders. So,
if I'm not mistaken, Cooper and Ryder playing for about the 4th straight year at this stage of the playoffs. At hand, it's the Abernathy Antelopes and the Roosevelt Eagles. The Antelopes set to kick it off to begin the third quarter here, Tate. They'll be kicking it left to right. It'll be 2 hours south if you're looking at Jones AT&T Stadium, and we are from way up at the top of Jones AT&T Stadium tonight. And we've talked about it, and I don't think there's any beating around the bush. It's a must-stop for the Antelope defense on this opening drive of the second half because you're still looking at a 14-0 game. You're in the ball game, Tate, but you noted it feels like more like 28-0 here at the break.
Yeah, from the get-go, I mean, Roosevelt came out and really just punched the Antelopes right in the mouth, and have really just been a whole lot more physical up front than the Lopes and controlled the line of scrimmages. That's what they do, and you're exactly right. It's time for this defense to make a statement, or this thing could get away in a hurry. As Roosevelt would love nothing more than a long drive and ice this thing, kick off for the Lopes.
Returnable from the 17-yard line, bringing it up the middle of the field, out across the 25-yard line is Bram Raven, and he takes it to the 27-yard line, and it'll be first down and 10 for Roosevelt. They'll start Tate shy of their own 30. That's about the worst starting field position of the night for the Roosevelt Eagles.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see what adjustments this Abernathy defense has made, or man, what can you do? I don't think we're confused on what they're doing. It's just a matter of somebody stepping up and stopping it. And we talked a little about turnovers at the front, man. Wouldn't it be time for one right now?
Yeah, it would. An Antelope playmaker, Tate Anthony White, we'll keep an eye on him. He went to the locker room in the final seconds of that first half as he took a big shot on that 4th down and goal play right before half for the Antelopes. Under center, handoff going up the middle, Tate, and there's a nice push by the Antelope defensive front as Nate Ginsler gets the handoff and pushes forward. He still got 3, but he met a wall of Antelope defenders at second down.
Yeah, I don't expect to see any change from what this Roosevelt offense has been successful with in the first half. And
why would you?
No, they've done it all year, and here we are the first week of December, and it's still clicking.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it's second down and 7 here for the Eagles. As the Eagles will have it under center here. Again, Trevino takes the snap again, hands it off Tate to Ginsler, and he almost broke through and took that one to the house. The Antelopes holding on for dear life to make the play. Number 33 for the Antelopes, a touchdown-saving tackle, Jacob Sanchez, but it's a first down run for Roosevelt.
Yeah, really impressed with the patience of these Roosevelt backs tonight. They kind of just wait for something to open up, and a really good cutback there by Ginsler when it looked like the Lopes had a chance to get him near the line of scrimmage, but no can do, and Roosevelt moves the chains once again.
From the 45-yard line, first down and 10, Trevino under the gun, takes the snap. He is going to keep it this time around the right side, gets it to the 47-yard line. Short gain of a couple of yards on the play there by Alex Trevino. That's a design quarterback keeper, and it's second down and 8 for the Eagles, just shy of midfield. As we near 10 minutes to play here in the third quarter tonight from Texas Tech's Jones AT&T Stadium, the newly named Cody Campbell Field, Tate. I don't know if that is official yet, but Cody Campbell, given the biggest gift in Texas Tech football history yesterday, gets field named after you.
Yeah, I got 25 million reasons that should be official.
Handoff going to the right side, and Ginsler again, the ball carrier. Jacob Sanchez sticks him right at midfield, and Tate, a massive 3rd down and 6 coming up here for the Roosevelt Eagles. Just a gain of 2 on the play, and let's see if Abernathy can make a stop and try and get a little bit of momentum here.
Yeah, and that's one thing the Lopes have just lacked all night long is in any type of spark on either side of the ball, and 2 really good pushes there on 1st and 2nd down, and you got to be looking at 2 downs to prevent Roosevelt from getting about 5 yards.
3rd and 6 from the 49-yard line. Under center, handoff up the middle. Nope, it's not, Tate. They fooled me. And spinning in space out around the edge. It's going to be a 1st down run for, I'm not sure who that was, actually. Did the handoff? No, it was a man coming in motion. It was number 12, Zach Bryant. Jackson Hole finally wrapped him up, but another 3rd down conversion for the Eagles. 1st down and 10 for Roosevelt at the 39.
Yeah, they just set those outside plays up, on 1st and 2nd down by, giving to the fullback and then utilizing that triple option look, and Lopes can't do anything to stop it.
Under center, and it's going to be another keep here, I believe, by the quarterback, Trevino. It's so hard to read from so far up here. And Sean Rodriguez made the tackle, but not before a gain of almost 5, and it'll be 2nd down for the Eagles. And Tate, more of the same here to begin the 2nd half for the Roosevelt Eagles.
Yeah, and I think this was exactly what they wanted to do is come out and, we're early in the 3rd quarter, but the way this game is kind of playing out, I mean, the clock's already an issue, and the way Roosevelt moves the ball down the field and milks that clock, it's going to be tough for Abernathy to get back in it.
Under center, there's the handoff to Ginsler. He's pushing for the 30. He stopped shy of the 30, Tate, at the 32. It's going to be another 3rd down here for Roosevelt, but unless you just throw him for a loss or something here, it's probably 2 downs to get 4 yards for the Eagles.
Yeah, you don't see, other than the kickoff, you don't see many special teams. You don't see them punt the ball very much. You don't see them kick extra points or field goals. They just do what they do. And, man, big time spot here for the Antelopes to make a play and get a little momentum.
3rd down and 4, maybe a long 3. Handoff goes up the middle, or it might have been keeping it. There is Trevino. He's going to be short, Tate, of a 1st down by about a yard. It's going to be 4th down, but you hadn't stopped him for a yard all night long. We'll see if they can do it for the first time right here and get the ball back. But 4th down and short coming up here for the Eagles. A gain of 3 on the quarterback keeper that time by Alex Trevino.
Yeah, it's really just tough seeing this Antelope defense, and I hope I'm wrong, but being able to stop this offense for a yard.
From the 30-yard line, 4th down and short. Just needing 1 for Roosevelt. Under center, it's going to be a quarterback keeper diving forward, and I think he probably got it, Tate. He didn't need much, didn't get much. I think it's going to be a 1st down, but we'll see.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go ahead and move the chains. It was a short yard, and that's about what he got. And good awareness there, knowing what he had to have and getting that ball across the line of gain, and another 1st down for the Eagles.
Hands on the hips a little bit here for the Antelope defense, Tate. They're gassed, and this is a nearing 6-minute drive to open the half for Roosevelt, and they are absolutely taking the wind out of the Antelope sails. Handoff again goes to Ginsler, and there's a little bit of fight in the Antelope defense, Tate, as they knock the helmet off of Nate Ginsler with a big stick. That might have been Sean Rodriguez. He's played well tonight defensively for the Antelopes. He's one of the few that stand out, and it is going to be 2nd down and 8 coming up here for Roosevelt.
Yeah, I think that's about the 3rd time this possession. They good push on 1st down, and we get a good push on 2nd down, and we just can't seem to get off the field, and that's playing right into Roosevelt's hands. Is this drive's already milked, half the 3rd quarter, and kind of what we talked about coming from the break. This is exactly what the Eagles wanted to do, and they're doing it to perfection.
2nd down and 8 here for Roosevelt. Handoff goes up the middle.
That was actually a fake up the middle. It's hard to see. And he
Faked me out. I was trying to watch the board, and the board was confused as well.
Yeah, that time Antelope defense not confused as they went to that option look and pitched it outside, and a loss of about 3 or 4 on that play.
You got to get a stop here, Tate, on 3rd down and 11.
Yep, and can Roosevelt, run it for 11 yards and 2 downs?
Probably.
Can you stop them from doing that? Really good job there. Great pursuit and staying home by the Abernathy defense. And one of the few plays that's gone for a negative yardage, if not the first for the Eagles tonight.
3rd and 11. Antelopes needing a big play. Under center is Trevino. Pitch goes to the outside, Tate, and Abernathy had everybody packed in the middle. It's going to be 1st down and goal, and you're probably going to tack something on at the end of the play as a flag flies in. Abernathy absolutely lost, Tate, on defense.
Yeah, it was the exact same play you just saw, just the other direction, and lost contain out there. And and they're going to tack on, what they can. It'll be half the distance of the goal from down there, but yeah, you're right. You got yourself in a 3rd and long situation and a perfect chance to find a way to get off the field, and Abernathy couldn't do it. And going on an 8-minute drive here for the Eagles, and it looks like it's going to end in 6 or 8 points, one of the two.
It's going to be 1st down and goal from the 2-yard line for Roosevelt, and a lot of head shaking on that defensive side, Tate, for the Antelopes. Just absolutely no answer. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle here again for the Eagles. And they're stopped short of the goal line. It'll be 2nd down and goal, and that's going to milk another 35 seconds off the clock before the Eagles have to snap it again.
Yeah, and Roosevelt's perfectly fine with that 1-yard gain down to the 1. You're right. That's just stretching this drive out from 8 minutes to going to be closer to 8.5 or 9 by the time it's all over.
It's an impressive showing tonight so far, Tate, by the Eagles, as they have absolutely dominated. There's no other way to put it. It's 2nd down and goal. Abernathy confused on defense, scrambling to get in place. It's going to be a quarterback keeper up the middle. Touchdown, Roosevelt. It is Alex Trevino, the quarterback, from 2 yards out, putting it into the end zone, Tate. And it's not over, but it's what seems like an insurmountable 3-score lead now for the Eagles.
Yeah, you're right. It's really hard to believe that this game is just 20-0 because, man, just absolutely no momentum tonight on either side of the ball for the Lopes. And the minute you think you have some, Roosevelt snatches it right back. And, man, that's an 8.5-minute drive that ended in 6, and we'll see if they convert the 2-point conversion here. But Lopes have dug themselves a hole that I'm just not real sure they can climb their way out of.
Under center is Alex Trevino. He takes the snap and the pitch goes to the outside, and getting the edge is Zach Bryan in for the 2-point conversion, and it's 22-0 in favor of the Eagles, adding insult to injury. And Tate, if you ever needed that quick strike offense by the Antelopes, you're going to have a lot of it here in the final 15 and a half minutes of this ball game.
Yeah, they need to figure something out, and they have to do it in a hurry as this clock's ticking on this Abernathy season. And, man, what can you say? We watched it the whole first half, and Roosevelt came out there and just drove so methodically right down the field. And, that's what's so tough about, defending this offense. You get them the 3rd long, and then they just, bust one outside. And I don't know what the answer is, and neither does Abernathy at this point. It's tough sledding for the Lopes.
So special thank you to Hill Veterinary Services, Has Beans Coffee, St. Clair and Massey Orthodontics, Little Slice of Heaven Cafe, and Nana's Donuts, all proud supporters of the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes. 22-0, the Roosevelt Eagles on top of the Abernathy Antelopes here from Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. And Roosevelt set to kick it off right to left. They're kicking back towards home, kicking it to our north. And Tate, the Antelopes need something to happen, and they need it to happen in a hurry, as there's the kickoff by Roosevelt, and Abernathy will run it back from the 15, and they just, man, they're not getting upfield. Tate is on the run back there for the Antelopes, number 13. That's going to be Jackson Hole, but it just, Abernathy's kind of seems like they're running in quicksand or something. They just aren't getting anywhere very fast.
No, it's not used to this. Not used to what we're seeing from this Abernathy offense, and we're in the regional final. Credit Roosevelt for the majority of that. But like you say, if they're going to have any chance moving into the fourth quarter, they have to score, and they have to score fast and put some kind of pressure on this Roosevelt team.
Keep in mind, Tate, Roosevelt trailed by 18 heading to the fourth quarter when these two teams met the first time and rallied for the win. Handoff going to the right side. Malachi Reyes getting the handoff, Tate. And I'm not so sure that we shouldn't have seen more of that in the first half because they've had as much success doing that as anything tonight.
Yeah, and it's been a handful of plays, but, yeah, you're right, a couple 10 to 12-yarders, and that's been the bright spot of this Abernathy offense so far.
Another handoff, this one going to the left side, and it's close to a first down. Depending on the spot here, I believe he is going to be short by about a yard. Reyes, again, the ball carrier. Third down and short coming up here for the Abernathy Antelopes. Third down and 1 here for Abernathy as they look to move the chains. In the gun is Jess Holt. 2 downs to get it at this point. Probably looking to throw. Tate does so over the middle. It's caught for a first down. Luke Houston crossing route there, a gain of about 4. And that'll move the chains for a South Plains Auto Ranch first down for the Lopes.
Yeah, and for what it's worth, just got word from my buddy that Anthony White's night is done. Came out of half with a hoodie on, so we won't be seeing Anthony anymore.
Empty backfield looking to throw over the middle, wide open in the middle of the field. The Antelope receiver, Tate, it's Malachi Reyes into Roosevelt territory. The Antelopes are going to hurry it to the line, trying to get a little bit of momentum and catch Roosevelt on their heels a little bit.
Yeah, a little spark there for the Abernathy offense. Man, need to savor every bit of this momentum you can.
In the gun again is Hole. Looking to throw, scrambles out of the pocket, throws it in the flat. Tate, it's caught inside the 25, keeping his feet, staying in bounds, taking it all the way into the end zone is a touchdown for the Abernathy Antelopes. It's Ethan Paez, and I'm not so sure, Tate, he didn't step out of bounds on that near sideline, but they say he stays in. There are tortillas flying from the Antelope grandstands, and Abernathy is finally into the end zone. It's 22-6.
Yeah, that's about the first thing this Abernathy fan base has had a chance to cheer about tonight. And really good job there by Paez of staying in bounds and kind of tight-roping that sideline. And good job by Jess extending the play. And, here we go. We're 22-7, just under 2 to play in the third quarter. And it's going to come down to whether or not this Abernathy defense can make a stop and put a little pressure on Roosevelt here as we getting close to entering the fourth quarter.
22-7 here at the half. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Abernathy Antelope Football.
Regardless of the type of personal or business insurance needs that you have, your first call needs to be to Clark Riley Insurance in Abernathy. With over 30 years of experience, our friendly staff is ready to serve you. Stop by and see us on the West Service Road in Abernathy, or give us a call today at 806-298-2591. Whether it's home insurance, auto insurance, or anything in between, we've got you covered at Clark Riley Insurance in Abernathy. We want to wish the Lopes and Lady Lopes the best of luck this season.
Tate, finally, a First State Bank Antelope touchdown. A big pass play to Ethan Paez for the Abernathy Antelopes. That was a 40-plus yarder, and the Antelopes finally in the end zone with a little bit of life now. It's 22-7.
Yeah, you wonder if there's some trickery coming here. There's a little pooch kick in the middle of the field.
Scooped up by Roosevelt, but Abernathy does cover it well as number 2 for the Eagles scooped it up at the 25-yard line, Jamal Riggins. And it's going to be first down and 10 for the Roosevelt Eagles. Tate, Abernathy, they scored in a hurry. Is a little less than 2 minutes off the clock. on that scoring drive, and that's what you're going to have if you want to get back in this ball game for the Abernathy Antelopes.
Yeah, we've seen it all year long. This offense and defense, they play complementary of each other, and maybe that quick strike will get this defense up and going a little bit, because if there was ever a time for a 3 and out and get off the field, it's right now.
First down and 10 for the Eagles. Abernathy with a little bit of life. Alex Trevino under center, hands the ball off. No, he kept it around the right side, Tate, and he pushes it across the 30 to the 32 in a gain of 4, or maybe a long 3. It'll be second down coming up for the Eagles. And, man, like you said, if you ever needed a 3 and out, it's right here, 90 seconds to go in the third quarter. Second down and 7 coming up for the Eagles. And Tate, Roosevelt going to take their sweet little time, obviously, and they're going to let that play clock run down as far as they can every snap at this point. Second down and 7 from the 32-yard line, just inside the right hash mark. Under center, there's the snap. Handoff goes up the middle, and the Antelopes sniff it out. Tate, it is Colton Campbell. A big defensive play, throws him for a loss, and it's third down and long.
Yeah, really great job. We're not fooled at all by that same look we've seen.
Come on, get a
2
stop.
dozen times tonight. And crowd kind of getting into it here below us for the first time tonight, and some pumped up kids on the sideline. And sitting here about 3rd and 7 for Roosevelt, and they're going to be able to come close to running this quarter out. But, man, big-time play for the Abernathy defense.
Antelope fans below us making noise. Third down and 7. Abernathy's going to sniff it out for a loss again, Tate, to end the third quarter. Abernathy fired up. It's number 50. Cash Garcia making a defensive play for a loss of 2, and Roosevelt, for the first time tonight, will begin the fourth quarter and have to punt the football.
Yeah, another keeper from Alex Trevino there, which has worked so well for Roosevelt all night. But, man, Abernathy stayed home, and what seemed like a hopeless situation, a little bit of life there at the end of the quarter and a chance to get the ball back, and believe it or not,
Make it a one-possession
cut this thing
game.
to one possession. So
22-7 at the end of 3. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Abernathy Antelope Football.
Regardless of the type of personal or business insurance needs that you have, your first call needs to be to Clark Riley Insurance in Abernathy. With over 30 years of experience, our friendly staff is ready to serve you. Stop by and see us on the West Service Road in Abernathy, or give us a call today at 806-298-2591. Whether it's home insurance, auto insurance, or anything in between, we've got you covered at Clark Riley Insurance in Abernathy. We want to wish the Lopes and Lady Lopes the best of luck this season.
Welcome to the final 12 minutes tonight from Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. Ty Horsford, voice of the Antelopes, with you alongside Tate Horsford tonight. 22-7, the Roosevelt Eagles lead the Abernathy Antelopes, Tate, as we get ready to start this fourth quarter. Abernathy about to get the ball back as Roosevelt lines up to punt, and Ethan Paez back deep to return it for the Antelopes. There's the snap. Tate, it goes. You called it. It goes over the punter's head, and he's going to be wrapped up at the 10-yard line, and it's going to be a short field for the Abernathy Antelopes. You called it, Tate, before we went to the break. A bad snap goes through the hands of the punter, and it's going to be first down for the Antelopes at the 10-yard line.
Doing my best Tony Romo impression, and, man, if the Lopes ever needed a miscue from the Eagles, it was right there, and they got it. And got the ball here at the 12-yard line going in, and 11:50 left in the fourth, and, man, somehow they can cut this thing to one possession if they can punch it in here.
First down and 10. The Antelopes are going to go to work. His credit, Landry Miller with the tackle of the punter in the backfield there. In the shotgun, Tate is Jess Hole. Fade towards the end zone. Oh, my goodness, and it's picked off. It is intercepted going the other way. Luke Houston, Tate, was the intended target. A Roosevelt defender undercut it, and it is picked off. And I thought they could have called an interference there. There's lots of contact on Houston in the end zone, but it is intercepted by number 11, That is Rodriguez, Octavio Rodriguez, and is quick as Abernathy snatches the momentum, Tate. Roosevelt takes it right back.
That safety's been, helping over the top all night long, and I don't think Jess ever saw him through that fade to the corner to Luke. And, man, that was basically a fair catch type situation for the safety and an easy interception. And what momentum the Lopes had was kind of killed right there.
First down and 10 for the Eagles from the 38-yard line. It's a quarterback keeper up near midfield, and that's close to a first down, Tate. And, man, any wins you had in your sails, does that completely deflate you there? Abernathy had a golden opportunity to crawl back in this game, and Roosevelt, credit to them, snatch it from you real quick.
Yeah, and that momentum you talk about has been really hard to come by tonight. And you had your chance right there, and just a miscue by the Antelope offense. And we'll see if this defense can come up with something.
First Abernathy turnover of the night, and it's a big one. Under center is Trevino, hands the ball off to the left side. It's Nate Ginsler carrying it for a first down. Or that might have been Octavio Rodriguez.
Late flag on the play. Looked like it's going to be a dead ball, personal foul. I'm not sure which direction it's going to go.
It's on the Antelopes, and it's coming unraveled a little bit here, Tate. For the Abernathy Antelopes, a huge roar from the Roosevelt fans on the visitor side of Jones AT&T Stadium across the way, and that's just not something you can do.
No, that was a frustration penalty there, kind of bowling over from the turnover, and let it affect this drive, and Roosevelt's in prime position to put this thing away.
First down and 10 from the 32-yard line. Under center, it's going to be a quarterback keep by Torres. He puts his head down and barrels inside the 30, a gain of 2. It'll be second down and 8. Tate, how many times tonight have you stopped them for 2 or 3 yards on first down, but then Roosevelt just able to get a big play more times than not on that second down snap?
Yeah, that's just kind of the way this offense is set up. They'll get, chunk plays, and just whenever you think that you got their backs against the wall, they'll got 2 or 3 really capable guys back there to take it to the house. And
second and 8 from the 30. Under center is Trevino. He takes the snap. Trevino going to misdirect. He's going to take it to the house. That might be the backbreaker, Tate. No Antelope defender within 10 yards of him. Lost again, and it's another Roosevelt score.
Yeah, really good cut back there. Just over pursued by the Antelopes, and good vision. And, yeah, that you're right. That if the wind wasn't already out of the sails, that might have done it.
28-7, the Eagles lead. And Tate, just about 2 minutes ago, you were looking at maybe cutting this to a 1-score game, but the interception by Jess Hole, it was picked off by Octavio Rodriguez in the end zone as he undercut the route, and very, very quickly they make you pay as the 2-point conversion is no good, and it's going to remain a 3-score game at 28-7 with 9:44 to play. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Abernathy Antelope Playoff Football.
When it comes to banking, you want people that you can trust, and those people are at First State Bank. As a locally owned and operated bank, First State Bank has been serving individuals and businesses with all of their banking needs since 1909. We have 3 convenient locations to serve you, and we are proud supporters of the Abernathy Lady Lopes and Antelopes in all they do. If we can serve you in any way, come by and see us at 402 9th Street in Abernathy, or give us a call at 806-298-2556. At First State Bank, we are your full-service bank.
And welcome back, Antelope fans, here to Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. 9:44 to play in the contest here tonight from Texas Tech University. And Tate, a massive momentum shift as Abernathy had it knocking on the door, trying to make it a 1-score game. Roosevelt picks it off in the end zone, and just 2 minutes later, they go the length of the field, and they're in the end zone themselves, now leading 28-7. So Roosevelt going to kick it off left to right here. Antelopes needing that big playability, and they're needing it in a hurry as it's a short pooch kick, and it's going to be caught. Running it back for the Antelopes out across the 30-yard line to the 35 is number 13, Jackson Howell on the run back. And it's going to be first down and 10 for Abernathy, Tate, as they're going to take over from their own 35-yard line with 9:40 to play.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, down 3 scores, 9.5 minutes left in the fourth. You've got to score, and you've got to score quick. So expect some shots down the field here for Jess to try to get something going.
In the shotgun is Hole, empty backfield, rolling to the near side, looking to throw it deep. Tate, he does, and it is incomplete. I tell you what, it's been more of a zone coverage look defensively tonight from Roosevelt. There's 2 guys there every time as they're not letting themselves get caught in man coverage, and you got to credit this coaching staff for Roosevelt as they've made some really key adjustments since these 2 teams met the first time.
Yeah, we're a far cry from that 500 yards of a total offense we saw Abernathy put on this team in ACUF several weeks back. You're right, great adjustments.
3 receivers to the far side, empty backfield for Jess. Looking to throw. He throws it over the middle. He does have a receiver across the 40-yard line, Tate. That is number 20, Ethan Paez, who's in there again without Anthony White here in the second half for the Antelopes. Third down and about 4. He gained about 6. In the shotgun is Howell. Empty backfield. Howell looking to throw. Dancing around. Tate, now he's going to run with it. He's going to be sacked. You're going to have to go for it. He maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. But again, he's just looking around, Tate. And on so many plays tonight, it just seems like Abernathy, I don't want to be too critical, but they've just looked a little bit lost.
Yeah, this game that the Roosevelt defense has come out in has really kind of confused the Lopes. Just nowhere for Jess to go with the ball. 4th and 5 here for the Lopes, and a must-convert scenario.
Empty backfield, looking to throw, scrambling out of the pocket, take tons of room to that side. Jess and Sid's going to throw it down the field, and he's not been on the money tonight either. As open was Luke Houston, but that was a tough throw. As rolling to his right, throwing across his body, Jess not able to put enough air under it for Houston to run underneath it, and the ball is going to go over on downs.
Yeah, it almost looked like Jess had some green in front of him where he might have picked that up, but can't fault the kid for looking downfield and trying to make a play in this situation. And once again, the Roosevelt defense with the big stop. And, man, if you're Roosevelt here, you can really run some time off. And if this thing ain't put away, you could put the nail in the coffin if it's not already there if you're the Eagles.
28-7, Roosevelt, they take over with 8:29 to play in the game. Under center is Alex Trevino. Tate, they hadn't thrown a pass tonight, and the handoff goes to Octavio Rodriguez again, and it goes for a gain of 3. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7. And I tell you what, Tate, there's not much more impressive as Jackson Hole is slow to get up, as there's not much things more impressive than a team literally – they have not thrown one pass tonight, and you can't stop them.
No, I mean, yeah, it's one thing to know what your opposition's going to do, and it's a complete other thing to stop it. And we said here we are in December, and there hadn't been a team that's figured out this Roosevelt offense. Is they're looking to advance to the state semis tonight, and man, I mean, sometimes there just ain't much you can say. Just outmanned up front tonight, and just. Credit to this staff of Roosevelt and these guys for coming out and really pushing Abernathy around from the opening kick.
Well, when you're playing in December, Tate, you've got to play your best football, and the Antelopes just from the opening kick tonight when they kind of fumbled it around, that's just kind of set the tone for the night outside of your one scoring drive, and that's just kind of the night it's been. You can't play like that and expect to win in December. Handoff going, nope. I can't even keep up with the ball sometimes on those Roosevelt. They bunch so much up and disguise it so well. Another run of about 5 yards as the Handoff went, I think it was a quarterback keeper. I think Alex Trevino actually pulled it back, and it's third down and a long 3 here coming up for the Eagles from the 33-yard line.
Yeah, as we near 7 minutes to play in this fourth quarter, Roosevelt absolutely in no hurry at all. Gonna run this play clock down every time and just keep methodically moving the sticks.
7 minutes to go in the game and possibly the Antelope season, and that time Trevino took the snap, Tate, and he stumbled. The turf monster got him that time, and that's one of the few things that slowed him down tonight. And it will be 4th down and 3 here for Roosevelt as they'll take over, or as they'll have it at the 36-yard line. They'll obviously probably keep the offense out there with 6.5 minutes left, and they're going to run 25 more seconds off the clock before they snap it.
Yeah, we'll be close to inside 6 minutes on this 4th down play, and this Abernathy defense hadn't had an answer on any 3rd down plays tonight other than maybe one, so we'll see if they can get off the field here.
4th down and a long 3. Under center is Trevino. He takes the snap, Tate, and Abernathy blew that play up, but then pushing up the middle, and I think Roosevelt still picks up a 1st down. As the handoff went up the middle, or it might have been a keeper there, I believe, by Trevino, and he just absolutely pushed it through defenders and picked up a 1st down.
Yeah, second effort, yards after contact. That's kind of been the story of the night for Abernathy. Is it looked like they had him stopped in the backfield, and here we are with the 4-yard gain and move the sticks once again as we go inside 6 minutes to play in the fourth quarter.
Octavio Rodriguez got blown up on that play. Only problem was he didn't have the ball. Another handoff up the middle, Tate. Breaking into the secondary is the before-mentioned Rodriguez. And Octavio Rodriguez has had a big game tonight for Roosevelt as well. And it's going to be another 1st down for the Eagles. Into the red zone, down to the 16-yard line. 5:10 and counting to go, Tate, and it's just like you just know what's coming, and you absolutely don't have the ability to stop it. There's not many things much more frustrating than that if you're a fan, a player, or a coach of the Antelopes. As another handoff goes up the middle for the Roosevelt Eagles. And again, it was Octavio Rodriguez, a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, if Roosevelt has their way, they'll put another 6 on the board, but it won't be until we're inside 2 or so minutes. Just absolutely no need for them to rush anything here. As Lopes defense on their heels, looks like there was a timeout there by Abernathy to, if nothing else, just give this defense a little breather.
And Tate, I don't have it in front of me, but the time of possession tonight, I bet you Abernathy has not had the ball more than 6 or 7 minutes all night long. The Antelope defense has absolutely lived on the field tonight, and I tell you what, it's just been a clinic by the Roosevelt Eagles. And no, you haven't played well. I think you came out and you kind of had a deer in the headlights look. We've said that a few times, but even more than that, you've got to credit the Roosevelt Eagles.
Yeah,
they've just been outstanding.
Yeah, you talk about wanting to play your best football in December, and Abernathy definitely hasn't got it done tonight. But man, sometimes you're just you're outmanned, and the other team's better, and there's really no shame in it. It is what it is. Abernathy's gonna more than likely in this season with 2 losses, and it's
both the Roosevelts.
So yeah, like you say, credit to them and that coaching staff for coming out and putting on a show tonight.
As under center is Trevino. He's going to keep it around the left side. Tate, he gets the edge, running through Antelope defenders, and he takes it into the end zone from 14 yards out. It's another Roosevelt touchdown with 4:21 to play, and it's 34-7. The Eagles lead.
Yeah, and I think you can officially say the route is on here at Jones Stadium tonight, and the best team's going to come out here with the W. And there's not a lot you can say. just execution and physicality by Roosevelt tonight's really been the difference. And you said it, there's really not much more frustrating than knowing what's coming and not being able to stop it. That's exactly the case tonight.
As under center, the handoff goes to Ginsler, and Tate, he's untouched into the end zone for a 2-point conversion, and that extends the Abernathy deficit to 36-7. And Tate, I don't know that I fully expected this lopsided of a score tonight, and I for sure didn't expect Abernathy to have 7 points with 4:21 to go in the game.
No, I don't think you did, and I don't think the team did. But that's just the way it falls sometimes. Yeah, I'd really like to have all the stats right in front of me because every single one you look at is going to be lopsided from yards to time of possession, and ultimately the one that matters, and that's the scoreboard. And yeah, just it's been an uphill battle from the opening kickoff for the Antelopes, and outside of they're midway through the third quarter, man, you had a little momentum and interception, and that just and since then Roosevelt's put 2 more touchdowns on the board, and Abernathy just hasn't had an answer at all.
36-7, the Eagles lead with 4:21 to go in the game, and at this point the Antelopes playing for a little bit of pride and trying to make it look a little bit better in the papers tomorrow. And Tate, who knows, maybe the Eagles will represent West Texas and they'll go give possibly the favorite to win it all, a Gunner, a ball game. We'll see if Gunner can stop this heralded running attack that no one else has been able to for the Eagles.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. And, I think Gunner has the same type of offense where they're just going to try to run. So that game might be interesting. A fumbled kickoff, but able to get back on it is, I believe that was
Paez.
Ethan Paez able to get back on it. But, yeah, that state semifinal next week will be pretty interesting. Is I'd venture to say Gunner hasn't seen an offense like this either, just because there's not really many teams in the state that successfully run the triple option. And a stat that I saw today, which is really pretty crazy, is Roosevelt has the 4th leading rushing offense in the country.
Wow.
Any classification. But
That's
I mean, whenever
impressive.
when you're putting up close to 500 yards, I mean, you can definitely believe it.
In the shotgun here is Jess Hole. He rolls to his right. He's being chased. He throws it deep down the field. And Tate, those are plays and passes that all season long have been there for Abernathy. And tonight, they're just not.
Yeah, all season long, guys like Luke Houston and Anthony White, whenever you have them in single coverage, they've been able to make plays. And, man, Roosevelt just has an answer for absolutely everything that Abernathy's tried to throw at him tonight.
2nd down and 10 in the shotgun is Jess Hole. As he takes the snap, an empty backfield, scrambling around, looking to throw, gets to the near side, and he's just going to run out of bounds, Tate, because there was nobody open downfield. And he got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It is going to be 3rd down and 10 here for the Antelopes with 4:02 to play in the ball game. As Abernathy probably 2 downs to get 10 yards here, and if they don't, you'll see a few snaps from Roosevelt, and they can wind this clock down, leading 36-7. In the shotgun is Hole. Empty backfield. He takes the snap, rolling right, throwing it over the middle. He's got a receiver, but it's dropped. As contact is made there in the middle of the field, the ball is dropped. Tate, Ethan Paez, the intended target, and just very uncharacteristic play tonight. Drop passes, misthrown balls, not reading the coverage, just things you haven't seen from the Antelopes all year. They've all happened in a whirlwind tonight.
Yeah, and it brings up a 4th down play here for the Antelopes, kind of desperation mode.
3:56 to go in the game. Looking to throw it, scrambling for his life again, now throwing it down the field. And
it's going to be incomplete again.
Hit him in the hands that time. Paez not able to hang on. And Tate, I'm not saying it's this, but do you think the venue, playing in a big stage in a big venue and under the lights, and has the moment just been a little too big tonight for the Antelopes?
Oh, to start off the game, maybe early game jitters, but once you settle in, it's just a football game. And man, the better teams just
There's no doubt.
it's just really Roosevelt's proven itself tonight, and I really think Roosevelt came in and they were going to make Abernathy try to run the ball and beat them. So much success in the first game this year with going over the top for Abernathy, and Roosevelt's just completely shut that down, shut down the playmakers, and Abernathy's offense, hasn't really had to run the ball very much this year, and when a team takes away their playmakers outside, they haven't had to prove that they could beat you on the ground, and Roosevelt came out and was going to make them do it tonight, and man, they just shut it down from the get-go.
Tonight it's been the defense as advertised by the Roosevelt Eagles. We didn't see that the first time these two teams played, as there's the snap and the handoff again going to Octavio Rodriguez, and he's wrapped up pretty quickly. We had an offsides penalty, false start penalty against Roosevelt on that last snap.
Yeah, and at this point, as we roll inside 3 to play, it's there's just not much left to say. Is this we've just got to let this clock run out, and as it runs out on Abernathy's season is, man, just a deflated look from the defense and the sideline is they just got their tails kicked tonight, and I mean it happens. It happens, and
it's never a fun feeling. But hey, Tate, there's 8 teams in Class 3A playing on this Friday night in December, and it'll go down as one of the better teams in Abernathy history. There's not very many teams that have won 12 ball games. That's a feat in of itself, and that's definitely something to be proud of for the Abernathy Antelopes.
Yeah, when you get in the playoffs, every single team in the state is going to lose their last game, other than the one that gets to raise that championship trophy. It's tough to go out like this, and it's going to sting for a while. But like you say, nothing to hang their heads about. I mean, you're here playing in December at Jones Stadium in the regional championships. There's not many teams that get to say this, and I mean, regardless of the outcome, this kids will remember this forever. It's just not the way they wanted it to go, but man, what do you say?
And hey, you got to play at Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. A pretty cool experience for these kids, even though it's obviously not going to, like you said, turn out like you wanted as a timeout is taken on the field. It's going to be 4th down coming up, Tate, for Roosevelt. And I think in games like this, you can't be lost on the seniors that are playing their final game as an Abernathy Antelope. And let's just quickly run through some of those guys. Malachi Reyes, Tanner Timms, Jess Hole, along with Luke Houston and Jarek Avila, Colton Campbell, Sean Rodriguez, Jacob Sanchez, Noah Riley, Hayden Harrell, Cole Vandegrift, Callahan Shipley, and Avel Sinkler, all playing their final game tonight, Tate, in the maroon and white. And they're doing it in the state quarterfinal, which there's a lot to be said about that, but it doesn't make losing in your season ending any easier, even though you'll look back on this season with good memories.
No, it doesn't. And man, you name some of those seniors off, and those guys that were on those 18 and 19 teams. Man, this bunch won a lot of games. They won a whole lot more than they lost. And more than likely, you're always going to lose your last game. If you're as competitive as Abernathy's been the past several years. And like I say, it's we can say what we want. It's I've experienced a bunch of tough losses in my life too, and there's nothing anybody can say to make it any easier. But yeah, these guys got a lot to be proud of. Just didn't end the way we wanted, but that's football. So as we roll,
and that's life.
Yeah, that's life. There's a minute and a half left in their season, and looks like they got the ball back. So we'll see this offense for one last time in 2021.
In the shotgun is Hole, looking to throw. Over the middle, he's got a wide open Houston. Houston, the senior, turning on the burners, take to the outside 40, and he runs out of bounds over there. And that's the Antelope offense that we're used to seeing and just haven't seen it enough tonight, but a nice play over the middle there to Houston.
Yeah, it'd make the stats look a little bit better if you didn't watch this game and just look in the paper. But
and also probably some reserves getting some defensive action as well on this stage for Roosevelt. Is to the near side, Sean Rodriguez hauls it in at midfield, 1:11 to go, and the clock will continue to roll. A gain of 8 on the completion to Rodriguez. It'll be second down and short here for the Antelopes. In the shotgun is Hole. Empty backfield, looking to throw, stepping up in the pocket, firing it over the middle. Rodriguez, Tate has it inside the 25-yard line. He took a shot, and he does hang on. That's a nice grab by Sean Rodriguez, and he's a little shaken up at the end of the play. With 47 seconds to go, there's no quit in the Antelopes as that'll take the ball down to the 21-yard line.
And you hope Sean's okay. That's really the last thing you want to see. And basically trash time here is a kid get hurt, but maybe just got the wind knocked out of him a little bit as he took a shot. A really good job there holding on to the ball and taking the hit.
As still tending to Sean Rodriguez. And Tate, obviously you don't want to look ahead too much, especially when you're in the moment and it's your last football game and all of those things, Tate. But a lot of potential success lying in front of these seniors and even some of these underclassmen as you move on into other sports. You return a lot of talent, Tate, off of a basketball team that went all the way to the regional semifinals last year, and a lot of things to look forward to there as well, potentially.
Oh, yeah. With that being said, I can't remember a class of seniors, and I know there's some juniors on this list too that have got opportunity to extend their football career
At the next level.
on the next
Yeah,
level.
you're
And
right.
so there's going to be a few of these guys that aren't quite done lacing them up on the football field. But yeah, you're right. At this point, what can you do other than look on the basketball season as time's winding down, as we get close to half a minute left to play.
And the shotgun fade towards the end zone. Jump ball. Houston can't hang on. It is incomplete with 28 seconds to go, and it will be third down. And Tate, I haven't even looked at the schedule. My mind is not in basketball mode yet. But district play is not that far away when you play into December. And I was talking to the new Abernathy basketball coach, J.D. Sullivan, about that a few weeks ago. He said they're not going to have a lot of preparation before heading into district play with as good of a football team as you've had. Jess Hole, looking to throw towards the end zone. Nobody home. It's incomplete again. It'll be fourth down.
Yeah, but you'll take that every year. In these small schools, every single basketball coach is also, part of the football program. And I promise you ask all of them if they could play football in December, they're perfectly fine with it.
It'll be fourth down and 4 coming up here for the Antelopes as they'll snap it one more time, potentially their last snap of the season here from the 14-yard line. In the shotgun, empty backfield. Hole scrambles out of the pocket, looking to throw. He does throw to the end zone. It's caught for an Antelope touchdown, Tate. It is Sean Rodriguez with 14 seconds to go, getting it into the end zone, and at least you're going to end on a high note, if nothing else, and make it look a little bit better in the paper on Saturday morning.
Yeah, a good way for the Antelopes offense to go out is Hole to Rodriguez, and we've seen that several times this year, and not much enthusiasm after that touchdown from the Lopes players as they know this one's in the books. But anyway, that brings it to 36-13 with 14 seconds left to play.
And the PAT by Jess is up and it is good as he kicks it on to the double T in the grass behind the north end zone here at Jones AT&T Stadium. And Tate, this has been a cool atmosphere tonight. I knew that there would be a big crowd here. I think there's a bigger crowd than maybe what I expected to be here tonight. And just a really cool atmosphere, a big West Texas showdown tonight. And I'm glad they got to play it here at Jones AT&T.
Yeah, and, we kind of made a joke before the game, Jensen and Harris joke, but how many times have they sit up in this booth and been kind of let down by a Texas Tech performance in a big-time situation?
And we can say that as diehard Texas Tech fans
that's
as
right,
well.
That's right.
We've been there. We've been there with them as well.
But, yeah, you're exactly right. Really cool experience. And, yeah, you bunch of folks in the house, kind of hard to to see that in a stadium that holds close to 60,000. But
I bet there was pushing 15,000 people here, if not a few more than that tonight. Just a really cool West Texas Friday Night Lights type scene. This is stuff they make the movies about, Tate. 14 seconds to go. We've said about all we can say. It's a line drive kick at the 31-yard line, and it's covered up by the Roosevelt Eagles. And they will snap it one more time, Tate. It will be the Roosevelt Eagles advancing to the Class 3A Division II Regional Semifinals, Tate, where they will meet the Gunter Tigers for a trip to Jerry's World. As I'm assuming they had a big lead at the half. I'm assuming that they continue to lead.
Yeah, that game is actually 35-14, so pretty similar to this one we got in front of us, and it looks like it will be Gunner and Roosevelt for a chance to play at Jerry's World. Going to throw a local score out you. Lubbock Cooper, 22-0 over the Rider Raiders as they go into the fourth quarter. So another trip to the state semis for Lubbock Cooper. As this one is in the books, Ty, and I think we can safely say that Region 1 3A is going to be well represented by the Roosevelt Eagles. I think that they were definitely the cream of the crop from the get-go, and they proved it here again tonight.
And I don't know a lot about Roosevelt's football history, Tate. I know they've had a lot of very discouraging years, Roosevelt football. I don't know that they've ever came out of Region 1 as a champion. So they're obviously having a historic season in ACUF. And as much as you hate to see it not be the Antelopes, you've got to pull for the Roosevelt. There's teams in West Texas I wouldn't pull for. I can make myself pull for Roosevelt heading into that matchup with Gunner next week.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, the Lopes are going to end the season is 12-2. The two losses are to Roosevelt, and Roosevelt's going to be riding high 14-0 to play the Gunner Tigers, who are also 14-0 for a route to play at Jerry's World. And man, I'll tell you what, the second half of that broadcast, it's hard to come up with anything else to say whenever the game goes like that. But yeah, it is what it is. A great season for the Antelopes, and then nothing to hang your heads about. Just ran into an opponent that had your number this year, and go Roosevelt.
They will in fact play the Gunter Tigers for the in the state semifinals next Thursday or Friday. But tonight, Tate, it's all Roosevelt. The better team comes out on top. 36-14, they knock off the Antelopes, and they end the Abernathy season at 12-2. But another double-digit win season for the boys in maroon and white, and you've got to be proud of that. But also congratulations goes out to Coach Landers and the Roosevelt Eagles, Tate. And I give that man a lot of credit. He came in with a game plan tonight, and especially defensively, executed it to perfection. And he's a big reason why this Roosevelt team is headed to the state semifinals, as he took over a program, Tate, 3 years ago. They won a game in his first season that broke like a 28-game losing streak for Roosevelt. and he has taken that program 3 years later to the state semifinals. It's pretty impressive in Texas high school football. You tip the cap to Coach Landers and the Eagles. And tonight, they beat the Abernathy Antelopes 36-14 tonight at Jones Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. Don't know that there's much else to say. It's been a great career for a lot of these seniors, and you always hate to see it come.